Okay. There we go. Let's see. All right. Jeez. Oh boy. I hope that I think the biggest hope I can have this week is that we just don't have another hang up like last time, you know? I think that's all I can hope. I think if we don't have that happen again, we're good. Oh man. Yeah, I've been having some interesting thoughts about, I guess this thing I would specify is just like, it's been curious trying to figure out the balance between like saying something isn't right, like a critique versus a opinion. It's also different how you apply it to, because sometimes it's like, this just sucks. It's like, well, this could be improved, you know? I think it's better to focus on, to me, it's always been better about focusing on what is like, oh, this is a spot that could, you know, it could use improvement, but not that it's like inherently awful, you know? It's like, some things are bad, but I don't think it helps a whole ton to, like, just sit there and needlessly bash something, you know? And I think that's the kind of the difference, though, is that it's just like, how you take to it is, like, you can take to it a little differently each time. It's just like, okay, if you like something or you don't like something, it's like, okay, how do you begin to handle that, you know? Oh, jeez. But, you know. Ah, jeez. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well today, Narachnum. Are there ads? Oh, right, because pre-rolls happen for the first 5 minutes of stream. That's right. Blech. It's another one of those things. I feel like I understand the way they do ads on Twitch, where it's like the first 5 minutes of stream they put the pre-rolls on and then they disappear, but I feel like the first 5 minutes of stream, it's like, okay, if you join someone's stream and you get into ads right away, it's very likely that if somebody, the first thing they run into and they come into a stream and they see ads, they immediately leave. It's actually something that's happened quite often, is that, you know, like someone will come in, ads, like pre-rolls will start happening, which I should have it turned off for the rest of stream, I think. Unless they turned it back on me without me knowing, which would suck. But yeah, no, that's one of those things that happens that I don't know how to, I kind of wish I didn't have to run ads at all, but there are some things that's like, oh, well, compromises for wanting to do the things I do, which I don't like doing. Kind of, you have to pick and choose your battles, you know? But I feel like with this game so far, with the Waki-Kataki case, rather. Waki-Kataki case, that's a hard one to say. I feel like maybe my problem is with the way that it's laid out, like pacing wise, because it feels a bit like they took one step too far back to get new players in. You know what I mean? I think that's where I'm kind of lost a little. Let's see. So we have the footprint evidence. We have that. We have all this stuff. We have the letter. So now we can go into the clinic. Yeah, we ended after we got access to the clinic. Okay, but we can't see the footprint evidence from here. We just have the... But you come to think of it, do we not have... Yeah, we don't. We do have the slippers, though, so that's important to note. We're still investigating why this guy, Pal Maractus, got shot. And there's this. Oh, we need to get this leaf. Tarps that were here yesterday are gone. Wonder why Detective Sky put them out. The only thing they were covering is the ground. Oh, you know, I think I see something there. A print. Yeah, we already did all this stuff, unfortunately, so that dialogue is kind of awkward. And oh, we can still talk to the mannequin again. Mannequin put in place of the body. Think I've seen him by the police station. Waits for us to look at the ground now day in and day out. It's kind of sad. Poor guy. This knife has been here for 2 days. Knife sticking straight into the ground. Remember what Wesley Stickler said in the trial today? Walkie was very likely pointing this at the victim. Like he wanted to kill him. Yeah, that's the problem. The only problem is it doesn't really answer who shot him. Trash can. I guess now we know it was Mr. Stickler who hid Little Plum's bloomers here. That's right, Trissy, and what a web of lies grew from that one little act. Still remember that moment. You brandished those bloomers on high and shouted objection. Here's what I want you to do, Trissy. Take that memory, gently lock it away deep in your heart, and never speak of it. Foolishness. Oh, we actually have more stuff to look at. Benches line the river running through the park. A little urban oasis. Bet children come here to splash around in the water. The river's a little deep for splashing, and a little dirty. Well, they could listen to the water and pretend they were playing. Don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, last time I think what we ran, the specific thing we ran into that kind of sunk everything was that they wanted me to find Henry Stickler's tell. They wanted me to find that, but I'm doing alright. Just clocked to work. Got the PC put together last night and today. Oh, very good, very good. It's good that that's finally together now. That's good. That's good. I'm like my brain just was like, oh yeah, three stream streak. Oh, very good. I will say, I know that next year I'm debating on this, and I'm gonna probably sit and figure out if it'll be what we do. But it's dependent on, like, because I'm gonna do some more numbers analysis on the streaming on the current streaming numbers. I think what might end up happening next year is we might actually change how we do series stuff. Like normally I do my variety nights on Sundays, but as it turns out, my Thursdays are probably the worst in terms of numbers, and I'm thinking about moving my 2 long form series to Sunday and Wednesday, and then Thursday becomes variety day. Because Thursday already kind of isn't doing good. Like on the numerical side, rather. Not like on the gaming side, because it's been really fun. Actually, because all 3 nights are fun. It's just like, but I've been looking at the numbers, and I'm like, okay, how can I help it? How can I help the second series? Which always makes me sad, because usually the Thursdays have the weirder games anyway, so I always feel bad that they don't get to have as much attention. Let's see, we need to go to the clinic now. To the clinic. Not that clinic, I forgot. Is Phoenix right back, though? I guess we're gonna see Phoenix here. Ah, the prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. Heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something. Could use a little diversion. What does Detective Sky say? Want to know something? You have to investigate yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please. I want to know. I need to know. Certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. It's surprising if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes, he was only 17 years old at the time. Still high school. He took the bar exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know. What does that even mean? I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. My shame, I'll have to practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? What about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? Oh, here we go. Oh, doing good, Julian. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. They say you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Kind of curious if this is true or not. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forged attorney himself? Oh, a second. How does it feel? I don't believe it's true. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial, there was a single piece of forged evidence? Talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. No, he's just laughing. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. It doesn't really matter now, does it? But I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. I think he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery for now. I don't think I fully understand the case, because it feels kind of like he probably didn't. He just got handed forged evidence. Which I think happened. I think something like that happened in one of the first 3 games where he gets handed evidence that's like, yeah, you're not allowed to use this, and it's like, oh, I see. Alrighty. Don't tell me I have to talk to Eldoon again. Nope. Here we go. Ah, you two again. When will you learn? Look at me however you want. You're not getting in today. Wouldn't be so sure if I were you. Look what we have. This Detective Sky. Okay. Yesterday it was Prosecutor Gavin. Today it's Detective Sky. Who are you two, really? I'm suspicious again. Well, you got the orders. I gotta let you in. Have fun. Thanks, Mr. Officer. Let's hit it, Apollo. Alright, we can go inside the freaking clinic. Well, this place looks... I mean, I know Maractus is kind of an at-home sort of place, isn't it? Kind of reminds me of the orthodontist. Place has a connection to the murder in the park. I'm sure of it. The police guy out front wasn't so sure. Beyond it being where the victim lived. Looks like the police team's gone home for the day. There might be some clues lying around. Let's get cracking, Apollo. Okay, why... Look at all these bowls. They're from Eldoon's Noodles. There's Mr. Salty. Then I think we figured something out. Yeah, Mr. Eldoon must do takeout. Not exactly what I was thinking. All the bowls have been washed clean. I think we found our first clue, Jersey. Okay, so... For some reason... Single pair of sandals here. Wait, but why would there be sandals here? Unless they belong to one of the patients. Maybe it's a visitor that's come to see Dr. Maractus. You think they'd use this house entrance instead of the clinic entrance in that case. Okay, so... Patient or a visitor isn't clear. Why'd they leave without their shoes? I'll take a closer look at these just in case. Okay, so... I think I'm piecing together what happened, because this happened. Clinic reception desk, no one's here, of course. Small sign on the counter, please pay your bill, remember, we're the ones holding the scalpel. Brutal but effective. That's disturbing. Oh, fishy. Ah, yes. Dr. Art. Completely unrecognizable in any other context. I swear, I feel like some artwork, it's completely unrecognizable if it's not in an office in like place like this, you know? Like you go into your friggin' gastroenterologist and there's like a piece of like corporate art on the wall. Like it's not even that it's bad art, it's just like, okay, yeah, it's, if you look at it outside in any other context, it doesn't even feel right. Like this right here, it's the exact kind of thing you would see. Okay, so these are the slippers. Slippers for patients at the clinic. Same as the pair we found, of course. Look, a single pair is missing from the rack here, too. And ours have paint on the bottoms, which means they were taken out of here on the night of the murder. Right. Paint's from the hit and run, after all. What were a pair of clinic slippers doing in that trash can? What were they doing at the scene of the hit and run? Okay, let me check the sandals really quick in the record. I'm guessing these have to have some sort of clue. No clues here. I mean, they are nice shoes, though. Alright, what? Toes, as they say. Can I look at the toe? Hey, Apollo, you think this is... Huh, this could be a toe print. Maybe we can get a print off of this. Let's try it out. The innovations of the Nintendo DS. Who the heck are we gonna identify this against? Hey, it worked. That looks like a big toe, maybe? But wait, I mean, it's great that we got the print. Is there such a thing as a list of toe prints? Oh, good point. There is. Detective Sky didn't give it to us. Which means we can't match this print. Seems like a good time to ask the detective's advice. Yeah, good idea. Ah, yes, the toe. Yes, the toe print. I don't know why, but this... Is it weird that this teddy bear thing just kind of concerns me? Its eyes are too beady. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. This door says doctor's office. Think this is the victim's private office? It's not locked. Too bad. Why too bad? I like opening locks. It's kind of a hobby of mine. Like those little bike locks. Don't even bother putting them on when I'm around. That's probably not a hobby you want to tell too many people about. Apollo, that sound came from behind this door. Someone's in there? Check it out, Jersey. A break-in? They left through that window. Wait, Apollo, you're too late to catch them now. What's your experience as a panty snatcher chaser talking? We should tell the police. Let's check the room out first, Apollo. If we call the police now, we'll lose our chance. Okay. Well, one thing's for certain. This clinic and our murder case are looking pretty related now. Okay. Real talk. Why? What a cute little safe. Looks like a 4-digit lock. 7-9. Oh, someone's already entered in 2 numbers, Apollo. 7-9. Wait, do you think that burglar just now was trying to open it? Wonder what's inside the safe. But anyway, we can figure out the last 2 numbers. Well, we know the first 2 are 7 and 9. It's something in the court record. So now help us figure out the last 2 numbers. Not yet. That'd be a bit too lucky, don't you think? I suppose. If only there was something that could finger which buttons have been pressed. Oh. Maybe there is a way after all. Okay, we'll do that in a moment, but I'll do that last. I'll check the rest of the office. Let's see, books and... They just threw everything about. Source in Dad's room. Burglar must have left in a hurry. Even the cup on the desk here is lying on its side. Huh? The juice that spilled out of that cup. It's dry. So the messy one wasn't our burglar just now. Someone knocked this cup over a while ago and left it. I'm guessing Maractus got jumped beforehand, and now he's just... Kind of an expensive-looking lamp, isn't it? Hey, the bulb's broken. Broken? Don't you mean burned out? No, our cat burglar must have dropped it. Why is it standing up on the floor like that, then? Look at the cord. Oh, there's a red splotch on a part of the cord. Do you think it's blood? It's a little bright for blood, almost pinkish. Something's definitely odd about this lamp, that's for sure. We're taking this lamp with us, of course. I swear, we're gonna take, like, so many things with us out of here. What are those? The wall's covered with beakers. Something's moving inside that one. You look, Apollo. Hey, look yourself, you can't... Oh. It's a goldfish. Oh, they're all fish. So many kinds. Whoever designed this had a sick sense of humor. He just has, like, why did he put them all in big beakers? What the heck is this? Oh, yeah, clock. This potted plant has seen better days. Huh. Doesn't make any sense either. What doesn't? Normally, burglars are looking for valuables, right? It's true. Well, that's what I would do if I were a burglar. So why look under a potted plant? Maybe they're looking for the key to the safe. Heard of people putting their house keys under plants, but the key to a safe? Burglar's looking for the house keys. I feel like Trucy's dancing around the actual answer because she's already figured everything out. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try and do this. Let's see if we can use the fingerprint stuff to figure it out. Yeah, just the thing. I feel like this isn't really how it works, though. I don't think you could just... I don't think using fingerprints... Fingerprint patterns of strange language. How do we know for sure? Oh, God. Oh, God dang it. It sucks when something like this happens and I'm like, okay, well, I think it's because I needed to present it. Present. You press the buttons, you'd have to touch them. With your finger, right? Would leave a print. Okay, let's hope this guy wasn't wearing gloves. I mean, it doesn't tell us order at all, though. I mean, that gives us at least something, but... Look, you can see the oily finger residues clearly. 7 and 9. Those are glove marks. The burglar must have been wearing gloves. May not be able to identify the burglar, but we can open the safe. Let's give it a shot. 7, 9, 5, 2. No, that was it. Man, that was easy. It opened. Question. What the hell is all this? Looks like a medical chart. There's an x-ray in here within it. An x-ray. Can't make heads or tails of it. But I can't read the chart either. It's all in medical speak. Names are easy enough to read. Look, by patient it says Waki Kitaki. This is Waki, our client's chart, huh? Why would this one chart be in here in the safe? Physician signature says Pal Maractus. What is it, Apollo? Look here where it says who filed the chart. Nurse Alita Tiala. Lita is Walkie's fiance. It says Ida too many. Never mind that. What's her name doing here? So she's the nurse and she probably was on staff here. Sure, she had her reasons. So Lita Tial worked at the Maractus Clinic, and she had access to Walkie-Talkie's medical chart. Get the I and Y wrong, Apollo. Be very interested to find out what this chart says. Who could help us decipher this? I think we can just hand this over to... I'm pretty sure we just hand this over to... We hand it over to Detective Sky, and she can help us out. Oh wait, no, Eldun. We can talk to Eldun and have him look at the chart. Maybe it was just a burglar having to pick here. Yeah, but there's a patrol car sitting out front. If I were a burglar, I'd come back the next day at least. Give it a month myself. They needed a break-in today. Alright, move. So we need to go take this to Eldun, because he can probably read it. Actually, he probably can read it. All this considered. Or we can take it to... Well, either way, we need to go talk to Detective Sky, so... Let's go to People Park. No, that face. That's the face of someone who's made a discovery. Hey, how'd you know? Can't fool someone trained to the ways of science. Make sure I'll have us analyzing face prints. Let's have Detective Sky to help us, Apollo. Talk. We should probably tell her about... Did we even call the police? Nah, whatever. What's the worst that can happen? Okay, let's present the sandals. These sandals. That's quite a clear print there. A toe print. Too bad we don't know whose toe it is. Well, there is a way of finding out, of course. There is? What? All you need is a sample of the same toe print off another shoe, for instance. Alright, so if the prints match, you'd know the same person wore both. Do I have another shoe worn by the same person? Got one right here. Think I just might, actually. Really? We need to suspect something here. Detective Sky, can you compare this sample with this other print? We can save some locks. I'm surprised how simple some good ones can be bypassed. Yeah, I think it's kind of interesting because I feel like some... Let's say toe print sample, didn't I? We're taking toe print on this evidence. Oops. Stormy skies ahead. Try again. Scientifically this time, if you would. Okay, I got nothing. Well, that's helpful. Can I not check these over? Oh, there it is. Oh, I had to check these over for the prints themselves? Okay. Well, I had to check it over again, so that's good. At least it's good that we checked it over. Mucky toes. Yeah, Briz, you're right. How's it going today? Hope you're doing well. It's kind of nasty that they left toe prints this defined on these freaking sandals. Like, you're telling me that your toes are that nasty? That's disgusting. Like you're leaving these big black marks on the inside of your... Have to match the print, right? Right, let's match it. Wait. So we have to read this again, even though we already kind of know. Okay, so we need to present the sandals again. Okay. Present sandal. I don't know, it's just really funny. Like, present sandals. Okay. Wait, she would have been able to see the defined prints on the shoe, and it's like kind of weird because I think the slippers. Why? Because she would have seen the same ones, right? Pair of slippers, toe print and all. Ooh, the print on this is nice and clear too. That makes her job easy. You analyze it for us, of course. Hang on. All right, she's gonna take like 2 seconds, sniff it, and be like, "Yep, it's done." Gosh, I'm good. You were the ones who found the prints. Perfect match. The same person wore these sandals and slippers. I was afraid of that. All you have to do is find out who these sandals belong to. Or, do you already know? I can't say, not yet. Well, that's one big step closer to the truth. Can I present her this medical record? Can you read this? Take the sky. I was wondering about this. Accuracy, wait, what? It's vital evidence there. You can't show her that. There's a secret weapon in tomorrow's trial for sure. Oh, clever, Apollo. What did I tell you before? If you're going to talk behind someone's back, do it quietly. Okay, so we can't show her that, so we need someone who can read it. That's annoying. Who do I know who can read it? Is Eldun back, or is he just, like, asleep? Nope, he's asleep. Got it. Let's see. Well, we got pretty much everything else, I think. Yeah, Neuroactive, to your point though, it's amazing because I think most locks, the whole thing is that like for the average like law-abiding citizen, they're enough of a deterrent to stop people from trying the door. But it's like I think most locks aren't really made to be impenetrable. They're just meant to be enough. Let's see. Maybe I could talk to, I don't know, let me go, who's in the detention center? Maybe we could talk to Kataki again. I don't want to, but we can. Well, the time of the decision is upon us. Which one of our two jailbirds do we want to talk to? Excuse me, both detainees are currently in questioning to corroborate their accounts. This is Stickler and and Walkie, both of them. Pity the questioner. Let's be back then. Well, that answers everything. I'll be honest, I didn't really want to talk to Walkie any more than I have to, because every time I have to read his dialogue, my brain starts to turn off a little bit. And I don't really know how to handle that. Phoenix, can you help? Never mind. I appreciate you, Phoenix, right? Alright, ad break's coming up soon. I might need to... God, how am I gonna do the thing that I normally do with my ad breaks in this game? Because it's like I have to stop doing stuff. No. How do I begin? Okay, let's see. Where haven't I guess the question is, where haven't I been yet? I guess we'll go back to the Kataki mansion. Let me guess. Do these pop-ups new? Oh, they do. God dang it. Yeah, we've seen all this stuff. Feel like I feel like the tough thing with that stuff is that it does kind of feel like we have to reinvestigate everything, even though a lot of it's the same ground. So can I talk to Emma about anything? No. Can I present Emma anything? Can I go and call the police? Can I go and call the police? You know what? Maybe that is what I missed. Maybe I need to call the police. Go back to Eldune's house. Can I call the police? No. Why am I in here? God dang it. I feel like this is where it gets a little awkward, is whenever I run into this sort of thing where I don't know what evidence I must have missed. Can I call the police? Actually, wait, examining this, do we get... Let's see, doctor's office. That's pretty intense, wasn't it? If we'd gone in there 1 second earlier, we might have met the burglar. Apollo, what would we have said if we did see them? Can't exactly shout out, hey, who are you? Does lack a certain punch. We gotta yell objection. Just yell objection at him. Okay, can I move back into the office? I can. Okay, cool. Did I miss anything? Well, the safe, we're done with the safe stuff, right? Why is there a gold statue in here? Oh, wait, that's what I missed. God. This looks like a bullet hole. Oh, you can still see the bullet sticking out of it. Why is it in the middle of a safe? Hey, the bullet came out. Tip is all squished. Not surprising given that it's fired into a metal safe. Okay, that's what I missed. Got it. So we take the bullet with us. Okay. Alright, I didn't even see that when we were last in here. Jeez. Okay. I guess I didn't even internalize that it was a thing. No clues here. I think we've got everything now? Maybe? Hope so. I feel like now this game has made me like way too paranoid about everything, which does kind of stink for me because it means I don't really know what to. I'm tough save. You know, it looks kind of what? Like ice cream. Why is she? Oh, Tracy, that's not really helpful. It is a very nice model of a smashed bullet, though. Can I read this more? Bullet lodged in your heart. Nurse Alita Tiala. Let's see. So bullet lodged in your heart. Some doctor speak. And Palmaractus. Of course, it's not going to show us the bottom half, because I'm pretty sure that would actually spoil something. Maybe. I do think the game might be trying a little too hard to keep things obscured from the player. I feel like some of this stuff, it shouldn't be that illegible, right? Tough thing is, I think they might have introduced one too many things for us to, like, work over. Okay. Wait, isn't this the blue tarp? Blue tarp Mr. Eldoon used to cover his noodle stand. Robbed of its purpose, it blows in the wind. Alone. Okay. Why'd he leave a bowl here? Eldoon's noodle bowl lies at the ground, the lone bowl tipped on its side. It's kind of surreal. Think you would have picked it up by now. Where is Eldoon, anyway? Wait, shouldn't he be here? What else does he have to do? Can I present the bullet to Emma? Can I present the bullet? I was wondering about this. Oh, I see. So anything we find in the office is not at all something we can show. Got it. Okay. Got it. Lamp. Yeah, so I can't show any of this stuff to her. Its cord runs to the lamp. It has a red stain on it. Gotta wonder what left that stain. Wait, I know. Maybe it was left there by a red marker. Like they were trying to write their name and slipped. Oh, I didn't write their name on a lamp cord. You straight my name on magic ropes. Why is it? Wait, no, that's... I can see that pretty clearly. That's just lipstick. Why is there lipstick on a cord? That would kind of imply someone tried to choke someone with this, and that's disturbing. That's disturbing, Eddie. What am I looking at here, man? Definitely think I think this game's a little less direct with where to go looking for evidence when you don't know when you might have missed something. So I think I'm being pretty darn thorough. Like I mean I missed this for a while, which was annoying. Actually, that's kind of something I've run into multiple times at this point with this game, is that I've run into a lot of instances of getting stuck because I missed something. Which feels weird. Menu, ramen, 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 rice ball. That's all he does. Understood. 3 types of ramen and then rice ball. Need some water. Okay. I'll check these over. Yeah, well, I have a chance. Might as well just make sure everything is interacted with. At this point, it's just, okay, look through everything. Why is this old lady back here anyway? Told you yesterday the park's off limits, and I told you yesterday this is how I go home. Want me to go around? How about give me $5 like yesterday? Con strikes again. Park crime scene is off limits to the public. The police officer on guard by the gate is yawning. At least Apollo's having fun. Art's trash can sits by the entrance to the park. Okay, so trash can. Trash can is there. Oh, I didn't check out the sign last time, but I'm not feeling immotivated to do so. Why is it so quiet here, though? Okay, let me go see what... Trucy, help. Any leads? One moment. Kazam. Alakazam. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm gonna wait on that because we have an ad break, so let me... Oh, take a moment. Alrighty. Just need a moment. Need a moment to stretch because I'm like, jeez. Been at my desk a lot this week. Been trying to do better about stretching, but Oh, man. It's not always easy. I think it's always easy to end up inadvertently kind of... You kind of let some things go to lift other things up. Sometimes that does just happen. Let's see. We gotta check this one. Does this have any... Well, this is Stickler's phone. Wait, why would Stickler's phone have the... Okay, maybe now that we have everything, maybe we can go to the detention center. Oh, cool, we can. Oh. Why is he calling himself Daddy? You again. Do you always have to announce your entrances like that? And my old man, Man. I'm all on a fuck and it's his fault. One can only assume his father tried to teach him a lesson and failed clearly. So you got your work cut out for you straight up. Of course, I don't care if they lock me up. I'm ready to go. Sometimes I wonder why I do what I do. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Hey man, you won't see me bugging about 1 or 2 guilty charges. What if you're found guilty of murder? Hey, it's all experience, you feel me? Like a badge of honor. They don't give a death penalty, do they? You didn't really do it, did you? Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I've learned one thing today. It's that silence speaks louder than words. So he didn't actually... I'm pretty sure, like, it's like pretty much guaranteed. This idiot did not shoot a gun. Man, my old man is whack. Disappointing, that's what he is. Heard he wants to leave the mob over my dead body. Spent my life trying to keep it real, being an OG and never stepping down. Now my old man wants to go soft. Fine, let him. Just leave me out of it. See, it's that face right there that makes me I just want to punch this guy in his stupid head. Day I get out of the clink. That's the day Alita and I start the next generation of the Kitaki family. Please don't talk as though it's assumed you're going to jail. For my sake. Okay. Can I present him anything? Question. Oh, what's that? Some kind of x-ray? Wait, that's right, Walkie. It's yours. Hey, look, I don't smoke or nothing. I'll live long, right? I don't think he gets it, Apollo. Ah, take a closer look. Here, in particular. Where it says nurse. It's signed Alita Tiala. Huh, the lawyers do your homework. So, you met Miss Tiala when you... Yeah, I met her at the clinic, so? Can you tell us a bit about the circumstances of your meeting? Fine, fine, I'll tell you how we met if you want to know that bad. Oh, thank God. Man, that is so far off the hook, it's off the chain. Okay. Wonder how my Alita's doing. Man, I miss her. I'm pretty sure she tried to kill you. Or she killed for you. Which... You know what? I have a question. Walkie, you don't happen to recognize these, do you? Hey, sure I do. I was the one who bought them for her. Oh, god damn it. For Miss Tiala. Yeah, birthday present. She's got mad little feet. Mad, so cute, man. So these sandals are hers. Yeah, I kinda had a feeling. What's up with the funky vibes? Okay, so these... So yeah, it is pretty much guaranteed that... Because the slipper was worn by her, and she was walking around in these slippers, and was on the other side of the noodle stand. Oh, she definitely shot our guy here. Can I just present him? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. I don't think we can present anything else for now. So let's talk to him about how this happened. What do you think about the idea of a universal basic income? Not a good idea. The tough thing is that it would just de-incentivize people working. Unfortunately, we already see problems with people not working anyway, but that's because that's also a similar thing where if you know the benefits, know how to work the system to your advantage, the people who work the hardest get screwed because they get squished from both sides. Because the people living for nothing and the people working on nothing get to squish the people who are trying their hardest in the middle. Which is pretty much what happens nowadays anyway, but... I think the problem is that if you... The problem is that it doesn't... In solving one issue, you'd end up creating, like, 20 more. That's kind of true of anything, where if you spend your time focusing on one issue and work on it for your whole life, you might solve that particular problem, but it doesn't help if the other problems aren't being handled in some way. So I could see it being a problem one way or the other. Alrighty. Let's see. Let's see what Joaquin, how they met. About half a year ago, I was shot during a little turf war with another family. Yeah, we know that. Ready to die, sure, but they came in and got me, hauled me off to the docks. The Maractus Clinic. That's where I met her. I don't know why he calls her a fallen angel. You're scared of me at first, turns out, but you know what they say. Bad guy always gets the ladies. Dog, you're like... Interesting to see UBI projects. I do not know what that term means, but that's pretty cool. Cool that you're meeting more people. From the group, we just feel it seems a bit cultish. I mean, I figure that it's like with stuff like that, it feels kind of like sometimes I see stuff like, oh, the AI will solve the problem. It's like sometimes I see things like that. Universal basic income, yeah. Then again, that's kind of the same talk from like mega pastors who go and buy their 5th jet and are like, oh, you know, if you give me more money, you know, you'll be closer to God or whatever. And it's like, I've seen plenty of people who make their own gods. I actually had a really weird thought about that. I think people who truly don't have any sort of, you know, believe in some higher power, I actually think those are like dying out. Because even people who don't believe in a, you know, religious deity, they believe in a physical one. A fair bit more people who believe in higher powers, they just like the ones that are neon and give them happy dopamine stuff. So she was done with that clinic anyhow, so I was like, I'll take you on, woman. Okay, so guess what she said. What did she say? I give it some thought. Said it real quiet, like on the down low, know what I'm saying? I'll leave if you'll marry me. That was the proposal. You know it, an oath of love right there in the hospital room. It's like that, the op was done and we were out of there. See you later, bye. Studied studies and claimed people in UBI act the same as before. Makes sense. Yeah, I didn't go so well after all did it. Let's see. Know about the report, I know it's still in me. This health checkup was the boss's idea, you said. Yeah, can you imagine? What's the point of living healthy when you're a G, you know what I'm saying? Is he an idiot? Yeah, this guy's an... You know what, why do I keep asking the question? This guy's an idiot. Didn't you learn about the bullet at that checkup? Yeah. That's when I knew that doctor had to pay. Figured I could get that cat pulled out after I got my revenge. Hey, I'm still living large now, aren't I? Incidentally, have you ever had a health checkup before? No, my old man suddenly gets this idea that we all gotta get checkups. This is getting older, I mean. Okay. Oh, so this is the second round that this gun fired. Understood. Understood. Okay. Anything else I can present him? He doesn't care about this. That's right. Yeah, I feel like that's sort. I feel like unfortunately the stuff with like those sort of solutions, like just the Omni solution of if we do this, it'll solve all the problems. It's like it's too easy a thing. Definitely not my purview, not my speciality, but you know, interesting to consider. Do you know about this lamp? No. Okay, he doesn't know anything about this lamp. Alright, do I have to talk to this fool any longer? I don't think so. Can I present him this? No. Okay. Okay, is there anything else I need to do with walkie-talkie, or am I just... Are we done here? The slippers. You know anything about the slippers? No. Okay. Good to know. Okay. I think we're done here then, because there's nothing else we can talk about. So we've gotten everything we can out of him. At least I think so. If I go back, will he be... Nope, he's still... Ugh. I hate that stupid face. I just want to hit him. I just don't like it. Like, my guy, can you please not make that face when I'm right here? Oh, we could go to El Dune's house and see if he's around, finally. Hi, Emma. Emma, I'm confused. I don't know what to do. Wait, why did she... I just realized, why did... When I asked Trucy about the leads, why did she show me the phone and the fingerprints? Mr. El Dune, we've been looking all over for you. What's the matter, Trucy doll? Apollo, show him what we found. Nothing like expert advice. I suppose he is a doctor still. Mr. Eldoon, is everything okay? I'm just so happy. I just thought my doctor days were gone for good. Mr. Eldoon. I talked to him about all this. Might difficult to imagine a UBI world that looks exactly the same. I feel if people have the freedom and free time to amplify antisocial elements in society. I think more so it's just that it's like it does all it really does is amplify the problems that are already there. But yeah, also, yeah. Well, I think it's like it's not so much freedom and free time. It's just that when you don't work for anything, you don't really actually do better. You strip out the idea. Crave instant noodles when I see this guy. Honestly, Breeze, I get that. I can see it. I can see it. Mr. Eldoon, can you take a look at this? Oh, medical chart. Hey, you shouldn't go around taking these from clinics. I sudden silence, Mr. Eldoon. What? What's going on here? That's what we want to know. That chart belongs to my client. I'm gonna slurp on his hair. On trial, suspicion of murder. On trial, that's crazy. Can't put him on trial. He's ABD. ABD? All but dead. He's knocking on the pearly gates and someone's about to answer. Can you tell us why? Oh, he took off the freaking noodle hair. Well, permit me to speak as a surgeon. You listen up good now, son. Holy crap. Wait, that hair's fake? No way. It's like he's a completely different person. Question. What do you mean? How do you mean he's gonna die? Walkie's chart. Well, according to this chart, this walkie-talkie fella's not doing so well. He's got a bullet right upside his heart. That's right. Now, this chart talks about the post-op. In other words, the operation is already finished. But you can still see that bullet stuck in there. Why would it still be in there after the operation to remove it? Well, about the only reason I could think of is it was too tricky to operate on. What? That bullet's snug as a bug there next to the aorta, which is connected to the heart. Heck, that scrap of metal's just surrounded by blood vessels. Kind of a miracle. 2 millimeters to either side, there'd be some serious bleeding going on in there. Not something your average doc be eager to fiddle with. You mean, it took a miracle to get that bullet stuck where it is. It'd take more than a miracle to take it out. It'd take a magician. I'm only up to making rabbits disappear. I haven't learned bullets yet. Of course, with the heart pumping and lungs working, that bullet's on the move. I'd give him another half a year tops. Milwaukee's operation was already half a year ago. That's why I'm saying you're out of time. That kid shouldn't be on trial. He should be on an operating table. Great, just great. How could Dr. Maractus do such a terrible thing? How could he just leave that bullet in there? I got a pretty good idea of how he felt. Emergency operation, he's got the kid's chest open on the table, and he finds that bullet. That's despair right there, Trucidel. Cold despair. So about the only thing he could do is sew the boy back up. He wasn't exactly in the situation to go admitting he couldn't take it out. The Katakis, you bet. This kid's their only son, I hear, so he skips the operation and walks back on the street living his life. Of course, it's only a matter of time before his heart hemorrhages and he drops cold. Which doctor would they take him to? Maractus. He's got enough ties to them, he could probably cover up the truth of what happened. I see. You'll have to walk you to die. There's a darkness in this world, Trucidel, waiting hungry. Compared to it, these gangs turf wars are like kid games. When you're up against real evil. Well, it don't matter if you're weak or strong, it'll take you all the same. Good lord, what the heck? What? Why did we take such a goddamn turn? You were a surgeon, right, Mr. Eldoon? You could operate on walkie, couldn't you? I wish. What? What do you mean, what you wish? I'm afraid there ain't nobody in the country that could. Maybe not even in the world. So, Walkie... He's real lucky to be alive even now. There's one problem. Apollo? This chart, look at the nurse section. Lita Tiala. That's right. This operation was how they met. Yeah, the problem is she knew. She knew about Walkie's condition, guaranteed. Let's see. Talk about humanoid robots and AI will enable universal high income. I doubt it. I doubt that. Don't think that's how that works. Why didn't she ever tell him? Doesn't make sense. She knew her patient was in serious danger. You'd think she'd want to get that second operation before getting engaged. What was she thinking, Apollo? What were you thinking, Lita Tiala? Probably that she can get a sick inheritance if she becomes a widow. Save current progress. Actually, that's probably what it is. That's an inheritance scheme. Gold digger. If I had to guess, she's probably trying to go for an inheritance scheme of like, oh, get married to him and then immediately collect on him dying. And if she, well, that's the thing, if she's related to that rival gang in any way that they mentioned earlier, then she would probably end up... Have I played Minecraft before? Yes. Have I made automatic farms in Minecraft? No. I just do it by hand. When I play Minecraft, I just do it by hand. Then again, I don't really have... it's like, I like the machinery stuff, I like the redstone stuff, but I don't really have the mind or the patience to build something large enough where I need something like that. Let's see, big day. Did you get any sleep? Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so. Oh, what time did you wake up? 3 a.m.? It's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. Early start for me, so gotta go have fun. Night. Oh, thanks for coming in, Breeze. It was nice to see you again. Amazing to say. He's looking at you, kid. Good luck today, Apollo. Oh, hey, it's Phoenix. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright. I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I signed myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun. Eddie, do you know Prosecutor Gavin's witnesses today? Take a guess. How about Little Plum? That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope, guess again. That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Dad. It's barely morning and you're at it already, Jersey. What the hell? She's just like, can you go get married? And he's just like, nah. See, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, her client's fiance. She's going to be a witness. Okay. But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiance? You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear. Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back. You can't fight a killer, I'll pull one out of there. Please don't. Don't do any more magic. So you can do the automatic farms, like all types of resources you can farm and how the output is chest filled with farmed resources. I have seen it before, I know that a friend of mine used to do stuff like that. Whoa. Core's down session for the trial of Wakikataki. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Thanks, Clavier. There we go, to recap, well, yesterday's witness seems more guilty than any other party. Guilty of panty snatching. We did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. The witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Air Judge. And today, I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. The outside. The acquisition of the murder weapon, the preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrove. His fiancé, Air Judge. How is he this stupid? Wait, no, the judge isn't that stupid. Come on, man. Partner for life, with no chance for parole. Very well, you may show the lucky lady to the stand. Your name and occupation, Fraulein. Alita Tiala, my occupation is future wife. Is it weird that she's giving me the vibes? Alright, I forget her name. Off the top of my head, I forget her name. But, I forget her name, but she's the one with the umbrella in Ace Attorney. I forget her name, though. It's on the tip of my tongue. But I remember her because she had that same look in her eyes of, like... The best way I can put it is there's a certain, like, malice behind those eyes. I don't know what it is. There's something like... It's like... I feel like maybe it's also just because I know more, but there's something there. The idea of dividends of automation mirrors, having chests that get automatically filled in Minecraft, no effort needed. Well, the problem is somebody had to build it first, so it's not that there's no effort, it's just that once the machine is kicked on, then the effort is in maintenance and collection, not in the production, which doesn't actually reduce the effort, it just changes the type of it. Which is technically how automation seems to be working in general, because instead of making people do less work, it's making people do a different kind of work. Like with AI, with Pink Umbrella Girls, Dahlia Hawthorne. That's her name. Jeez. Why do I forget? What? I remember. You know what's the thing? I'm surprised that's a name I don't remember, but... traditional values. I respect that. Thank you, Judge. Many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded, underwater. Here today is a witness for the prosecution. To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first, but... couldn't hide the truth. Honesty. Another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, walkie-talkie, confessed his plans? His plans for murder. Yes. The witness will please give her testimony to the court. Alright, I did not remember Dahlia's name, but I do remember now I'm like, it's kicked the memory back on. Let's see, it was the day that the family health checkup results came back. Why wouldn't it be no work? Set up as a fixed cost, you could automate it too. Why wouldn't it just be no work? Because you can't, because if you have to continue to maintain that machine. Setting it up doesn't negate the fact that machines break down. And with Minecraft, there's the idea that it's like you can automate certain things, but if something breaks, you know, a connection line or something breaks, it's like, well, now you have a different kind of work. Automate the fixing machine, which means you'd have to fix the machine that fixes the machine, which turns into a chain of somebody human has to have a hand on it. And if you somehow make a machine that has enough of that subdivision, at the end of the day, if anything breaks, the whole thing goes down. Again, it comes down to somebody has to be there to help keep it running. You know, automate the fixing. Yeah, again, it's infinite. It's just, it kind of, again, it goes to, and you could say, oh, but you know, like you could have things fixing each other, but it's like, it doesn't account for worst case scenarios, which if you aren't accounting for worst case scenarios, you're building a machine that's doomed to explode. But that's just kind of part of it. The unfortunate thing is that there's too many factors in setting up stuff like that. Again, it doesn't negate work, it changes it. Similarly, like with, you know, like movement of materials in the United States, the invention of the automobile didn't negate the travel time, it just changed it. In any case. Let's see. When Walkie found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. You already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it. That is the lamest testimony I've ever heard. Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kitaki Mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. The bullet that took the victim's life, was it fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. How can you prove something like that? Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks. Yeah, we've seen this before. Gun's fingerprint left on every bullet it fires. And when did you first hear about Walkie's plan? It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. Just didn't think he would actually do it. She's lying really hard, actually. Cross-examination. Alright, let's check her first for tells. Can you get travel time as minimum cost for the least amount of energy? Now to move matter with 100% mechanical efficiency. Yeah, it's just like, but yeah, no, it's like the thing I've noticed is that with like AI art now, the work has changed from people aren't looking at that art anymore the same. They're just changing, like, okay, if I see and find out that art has been generated, or I say art, if an image has been generated by an AI, now people do extra work to scrutinize everything. And it also means that most people won't buy products with an AI image as its lead. Let's see. Memory results came back. When Walkie found the Dr. Maractus lied, he flew into a rage. Took one of the family's pistols. That's the thing. Okay, I'll call it AI image over AI art. Yeah. I think that's the kind of the thing, is it's like, or AI illustration. Yeah. Why don't you testify against them like this? Alright, so we gotta start pressing things. That was the day of the murder, correct? Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. Walkie looked at his face, went so pale. But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. But you were there at the time. Yes. Poor Walkie. Okay. Lacks a soul for art. Yeah. But I think it's difficult because it's... I think what's interesting is seeing how when technology gets made for something, we find good ways to use it and bad ways to use it, and I think that's true of tools. Happens all the time, but this stuff is very bizarre. And quite frightening. He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds. Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. A bothersome chore, but once I performed without complaint. Walkie's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper. Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. Okay. Let me do this really quick. Tools themselves aren't at fault. Yes. Is it easy to take a pistol from the house? Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access, but Walkie's a special case, being the next in line. Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah. He's a bit spoiled. He got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone. Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. Well, you're being that Walkie had access to a pistol, which is a bit of a problem. What happened? Meaning the murder. So I'm not completely anti-AI. Well, the problem is that it's like, it's like the tough thing is that I think it's like I saw a quote from the Dispatch devs that I thought was quite true. Was that it's like it's the sort of stuff that could be solving production problems, not creative ones. And the problem is that people want it to be. They want it to solve all the problems. They don't want it to just be something that handles boring tasks. They want it to handle everything. Kind of like the way I put it is that they want it to be the Deus Ex Machina. They want it to be the God in the machine. And that's not how it works. I don't think something made by made like mass produced. They want to not pay people. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Money. Walkie wouldn't listen. Then there was nothing and not determined, it seems. Last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. I mean, she should. She's probably the killer. Just don't see how anyone but Walkie could have done it. How can you say that for certain?
Objection!
I like how he punches the back wall. Air forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. The defendant, Walkie was it, who took the pistol from his home. You know this for a fact now. Suppose we do. Now how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? This seems to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used that pistol? There could have been another. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. Other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Oh, interesting. Let's ask the defense then. Tell the court who this other person with access was. Oh god, I can't save. Can I just say her? Can I just say her? Can I throw her under the bus like that? Because that's hilarious. I guess technically all of the Katakis could have had access, but I think it's her. I think we just present her. Actually, yeah, it is her. Well, of course. I mean, you, Miss Tiala. Me? But why? You were quite clear when you told the court you heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Aha. I'm gonna save my game, but in a different... I'm gonna do second file. Let's keep going. Failed us that paying people's what keeps money circulating along with it wealth. I guess that's sort of why it also debunks the whole... If everybody gets money, then money would keep... Then it's like, that wouldn't really fix anything, because money wouldn't keep moving. Like, you don't prosper by everybody getting something and then they hold on to it. Like, if you have 1,000 dragons hoarding wealth, the wealth doesn't move. It doesn't do anything. So, it definitely doesn't make sense to me that the idea that you strip out the work, you strip out the effort, you don't really get anything better out of it. Over time, it just results in nothing. Hell, when the machine goes down, people are just grateful that they have nothing, that there's nothing better to do.
Objection!
Let me get this straight. You intend to tell us that this lady stole a pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. No for romance or for supporting your partner in life, but to be sure. But I think I would hesitate at murder. Hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between the witness and the victim. We might find she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here? You know what I'm starting to think? Starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe. I have evidence showing connection between the witness, Miss Tiel, and the victim. This one's pretty easy. It's Walkie's chart. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name on this chart? Oh, she's sweating bullets. What the heck? Look at that face she's making. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala? I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice. Our warm little fiance just froze over. I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. Oh, she's evil. She's evil. Look at that face. That's all. Is there a problem with that? Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim. And I don't now. Now? I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess, you're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past. Alita, I'm gonna be honest, did you read the rest of the chart? That's not true at all. Why I praise the ones I love past walls at all. There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Doesn't fly. She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true, but you remained connected somehow. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Okay, it's in the chart again. Thank you. Crap. Oh, we have this, actually. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they? Ah, well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals. So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Oh, hey, he's on our side, too. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you. What's with you? I thought you were on my side. Perhaps you are unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all. Well, now we see your true colors. I was wanting to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help get Walkie back on the straight and narrow. This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. Sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Sandals were found at the entrance of the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder. Well, there's little point in denying it. Very well, the witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus Clinic that day? Alright, here we go. What kind of crazy story does she have? I did go to the clinic that day, my first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. I can't even begin to fathom how bad of a liar she is. The doctor was always a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. What an idiot. By a mistake, you mean the mistake we heard about from the defendant. Botched operation. He's a timid small man, but I never wished him harm. Just thought I should have let him know, you know? That does make sense, yes, but there is still one thing, which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why does she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. Would have worn those sandals home, too. So, why were the sandals left behind? Ah, he pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, there happened to be a similar pair of sandals there she wore home by mistake. Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin. No, it is nothing. After all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead? He's filling the holes in her testimony. Ah, crap. Okay, so we have to use the sandals to prove that this is wrong. Understood. Okay. Save on 3. Okay. Okay. Went to warn him. After all, I knew Walkie had the pistol. Doctor always was a timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. That's really... This is sus. No dark secrets, eh? What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing. He's hiding something, I know it. Must have some evidence that proves it, too. You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind. Wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. Okay, let me look at the evidence really quick and make sure I have something I can work with. Let's see. Why? I guess the secondary question is, why did she put on the slippers in the first place? Around what time did you go to the clinic? I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think. That was the first time you contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year. Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with. So why did you go to the clinic that day? Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away? Well, after I failed to stop Walkie, thought that the only other way to avoid the problem. Couldn't you have called? Why go in person? I called several times that evening, but no one was in. Victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by the mirror yesterday. Thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor. Okay. We gotta crack this open. You need that act of malpractice on Walkie, correct? If he had just told Walkie the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened. True, that operation was the start of this whole affair. Oh, of course, if he had told him, he might have been erased by the Kitakis that much earlier. Disturbing thought. We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kitaki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police even if he wanted to. So I knew I had to warn him. Okay. We pressed this one. Wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend. Wait, you already said that he's not someone to make friends with, but then you'd be betraying Walkie, wouldn't you? No, I did it for him, for us. She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime. Didn't want them to take my Walkie away. There's no way she went to that clinic just to warn him. You know why she went, Apollo? Figure what really happened at that clinic. Okay, I need to check the evidence really quick because I need to make sure I know what we have that would be relevant to this situation. Okay, so we have this. There's... This is not worth it anymore. Noodle stand. Plums bloomers. Not worth it. Walkie's checkup report. No. The weapon. I think the slippers are the evidence this round. I just don't know what to press it on. Okay, let's save. Well, since we pressed everything, we can save now. Oh, God. Besides the philosophical discussions, which are really they got my mind jogging now. Because I'm thinking now about both the case and... I guess it's something with, like... The thing I've seen tools being used to... I've seen tools being used to make the things that make life fun into trivialities. Like, making art is the fun part of life. And it's something beautiful. It's not something to be made into a mass production. Hell, most things that are beautiful shouldn't be a mass production. It's like I want robots to make vehicles and put things together based on instructions. But I don't want them to make the music. Okay. I might just need to start throwing the slippers at different things. Okay, Doctor is always timid man, too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm trying to figure out exactly which statement is a lie. Okay. I'm also looking for physical tells too. When to warn him. Why else would... I think it's this one. Why else would I have gone? And I feel like it'd be using the chart again, but... I don't know if that's the... I don't know if the chart is the most important thing right now. Well, let's see. I'll save it. I'll save again, just so my brain doesn't think I didn't save. Okay, I just need to start throwing stuff at that statement. I have opinions about it, but I'm not exactly sure how to express, especially text-wise. I feel like that's fair. I feel like it's one of those things where It's not. It's one of those topics that ends up. It's like it's hard to put into words everything. I think when you have topics that are really that cover a lot of ground and also go kind of deep when it comes to formulating an argument or an opinion, I feel like sometimes it can be kind of hard to. I think it'd be kind of hard to actually, like, put it all into words without catching on something, you know. That can also be a problem, you know, when it's like you have this particular thought and then verbalizing it can be very difficult. Okay, let me try pressing the slippers. I'm gonna press the.
Objection!
Oh, it's this again. I see. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office. Yes. Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in. Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad air doctor. This is where you come in, Miss Tiala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Walkie's failed operation. Interesting. We're in the same position as Dr. Maractus. I feel like the world we live in today is a result of constraints. It means we have to transform matter and information. AI and robots will expand our means far beyond what we have today. I don't know if that alone would solve it. I feel like the tough thing is that I don't know if just making an AI or a robot would fix it. The problem is, unfortunately, I don't think it's being used for what the intents are. That's kind of the difficulty, is that I don't know if it will take some time. It might well do so, but I think it'll take some time for it to filter out the bad usage and the good usage. Kind of makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it? Ah, yes, so we just had to press it again. Bold for an office, I'll give you that. Oh, here we go. This is just, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents. This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly. Too bad, little attorney. Ah, we're seeing what she's doing again because we see her tell. Bracelet's reacting again. What is it, Apollo? Felt my bracelet tightened just now. Your bracelet. Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away. But I can't see anything, Apollo. Eh? What's my bracelet reacting to? Hey, maybe. That has to be it. What has to be it? Your senses, Apollo. It must be sharper than mine. Oh, okay. One thing I think for sure is AI could at least be for basic human survival and safety. Not sure if that is expressing fully by what I mean, though. No, I see what you mean. Like it's going back to... There's the energy regard for any creation transformation towards 100% efficiency minimal cost. See, I'd believe that if it wasn't so expensive to keep them running. I guess that's the tough thing, is I've seen... Sorry for breaking the tension of the scene, but from what I've seen, it's like... That's the thing. I've seen like millions of dollars go into AI for doing stuff that isn't actually solving problems. It's mostly just, can we get it to do this thing that people already do with better efficiency? And maybe one day the robot, like these mechanical beings could catch up, but the problem is that they're trying to fast track this thing. I think Neuroctim's point, though, I think that it would be great if we were using it for something like, oh, we can use it to search, you know, like do searching algorithms to find people, so like if people were lost in a place, or being able to locate things. But the tough thing is that most of the rhetoric is around creative works, because people are trying to use it as a shortcut, that human labor is the way to do it. Like, I think human labor can't be replaced. It has to be supplemented. And I don't think that it works to try and replace entirely with that. But I think it would be cool to see if they did something like for safety. That'd be cool. See if you can sense it. I don't know about that. Let's see. Apollo has special powers. The weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony, but we don't know what her nervous habit is. You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. God, do we have to do this again? God dang it. I don't like this. Touching helps you focus. Give it a shot and bring down the testimony. Can I just say, I really don't like the whole let's perceive.
Gotcha!
I thought I got it that time. Okay, I do know where the thing is, though.
Gotcha!
Why would I go to the clinic for why would I go to the clinic for half-year-old chart? I go to the clinic for half-year-old chart now, you ask. But you know why you would go now, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. It was quite clear, Miss Tiala, you have a nervous habit. When you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring. What? She was unsure, I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past, it was a clear and present threat. It's ridiculous, why, if that were the case, would have had 6 months to do something about it. Indeed. Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. Got on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow. With evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. I think it is just the health checkup.
Take that!
Health checkup report, belonging to the defendant. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. Health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard this? Oh, nothing. Why should I think of anything? Oh, I would think you were positively beside yourself, because you were afraid. You knew what Walkie's chest x-ray would reveal. Full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free, when the chart came back to haunt you. Why did she just drop feathers from her chest? Wait, those wings are real? Why? Why are those wings real? That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? It's just like, huh? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from Air Forehead. Ah, yes, the forehead aura. Very cool. So, the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed, a bit too deep. If the Katakis got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala? You guessed it. So now the question becomes, how do we get there? I did it. I broke her testimony. Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Eddie was right about you. Wait. Miss Tiala, it's true that chart was bad news for me, so I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Walkie and went home. It appears this cross-examination is far from over. Alright, here we go. She hid the truth from us. This is clear, yet it is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Let's continue. Very well, the witness will add this to her testimony, and we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Alright, here we go. Still close, keep on her. Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left. I think this is where I think this is the one where we... Yeah, this is where... I think this is where we present the bullet. That said, you know what's funny? I think this particular case, the thing that I'm noticing that's wrong with it is that Apollo did have to break into the office, essentially, to get that evidence, so... We're gonna end up we might end up in hot water based on, okay, how did you find this evidence, not just what it is. But yeah, no, I guess to kind of cap the conversation for now on the AI conversation, I think the difficulty is that we need to find balance in intent and usage, and I don't think we're there yet. I think Neuroctim's idea would be really cool. It's just that most of the time it's not being used in for that method in the public eye. Maybe it is. Maybe people are trying to it. The other problem too I've noticed is that, I'm gonna be blunt, this isn't just an AI thing, this is just in general. Data centers are really goddamn annoying. I have figured out that the number of times, I have figured out that data centers supplying electricity to them, it's not worth it at all. That stuff is annoying. Because I have had numerous times where I will be, minding my business, power goes out, and it's like, okay, why? And I have figured out why. It's because freaking data centers, man. They take too much electricity, man. I don't like that. Okay, I think I'm gonna present the bullet and see if this works. Alright, there we go. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually. This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
Hey, objection chain. Ah, but this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe. Guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Wow, we're just firing off objections. Weren't you willing to explain the rifling marks to us? Yeah, the pistol was taken from the Kentucky mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves the firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. Not bad, Air Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. Bailiff! Bailiff, turn that man into an IPA. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. The rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Ooh. Well, seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. That would be the second shot. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. You think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Or at least to keep it open. Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Here we go. Order again. Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Walkie Kentucky's botched operation. Also found out I got the wrong CPU for Windows 11, but I couldn't beat the $25 CPU at the time, 7th gen. 1 gen less than required for Windows 11. Ah, I see. Yeah, I feel like one of these days I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer so I can actually use Windows 11 when the time comes, but that might be a whole thing. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Kentuckys have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious, so she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune. Objection. What the? Keep talking trash about my Alita. I'll sue you, lawyer man. Walkie, are you an idiot? Not me. Yeah, you said you'd abuse my Alita. I think you mean accuse. Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. Not Dr. Me. Left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that part. Walkie, just cool down a second, please. Keep your hands off my leader, I'll... Oh, she's just laughing. Miss Tiala. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've laughed so hard. Something funny. Walkie, wake up and smell reality. Alita? Oh, I see. The signature on the chart, the engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat such as yourself. Alita. Your honesty is like a breath of foul air for a line. I wasn't getting out this clean anyway. Have you heard of cybernetics control theory? I have not. I do not know. I know of cybernetics, like, my brain just goes right to, okay, robot parts, yes. Good news, I can upgrade Gen 9 if I recall correctly. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see. What's going on with this? Family fortune is what you're really after. That's right. I wanted the money. No way. That's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question? Who, me? Believe you said you were going to abuse me. Accuse. Of what crime, might I ask? Oh, I'm a bad girl. Sure, I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I had already left the clinic. I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat. Wait, but... What are you talking about? Trucy? You had the most to lose if that chart was found. But I didn't have a pistol, now did I? Could have taken walkies. You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard from him say is it was me, I shot him.
Objection!
That's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point. What is he talking about? Certainly, the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening the safe, but then, wouldn't she have taken the chart? You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. I think I see the I think I see what's going on. Is that probably Waki did succeed in threatening him, but then lost his cool and dropped the gun. Miss Tiala, yes, it's clear to this court that you are not a very good fiance. Control theory loop is sensor, signal conditioning controller, actuator system sensor. Oh, so it's sort of like with video game state machines, where it's like it's like you check the state of the thing, you activate the thing, it does something, sends a signal that it did something, checks it, and it repeats the loop. Oh, I'm flattered. Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime. Alright, here we go. Oh, god dang it, the ad break is starting soon. Let me take this moment to adjust posture and stretch. Ah, jeez. Whew. Well, we're finally cooking. I think this is where it hits its stride. This definitely seems to be where the case hits its moments, because this is good. Wondering why you think adding more controls to the system will lead to a catastrophic explosion or the convergence of homeostasis. It's a lot of... I'm going to be honest, because the more things you add to any system, the more complex the machine, the more likely there is that any one part could cause a failure. Because when something goes down, if you have like 30 gears in a machine, one gear breaks, the other 29 aren't moving. The tough thing is that it's not that every system is like so interdependent, but the problem is if you make a system without somebody there to help it, I don't think that's a system that humans would even bother dealing with. I guess the point is that if you take humans out of the equation of a system made to make human life better, what's the point? It's kind of like, why take the humans out of the equation? Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. How did you... Okay, well, she probably knew because of the other stuff. You went back later. The chart was dangerous, you understand. Needed to get rid of it, that's why I went that day. But you couldn't get the chart then, could you? And later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. Heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place. Ah, that was you. Apollos, that sound. You're behind this door. Someone's in there. A break-in. They left through that window. So you were the burglar. That was you two? If only I had one more minute. Then I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart. What? That's trespassing, and brazen at that. Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know. I don't think that excuses it. Cross-examination. We need the little crime to avoid the big one. Here we go. See, I think what probably was the truth is that Waki probably made... He probably made Maractus walk, but he probably did drop the gun. He probably didn't use the gun. Went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. Wanted that chart but failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof I stole that pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park at the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not. Alright, well, you just need to start pressing stuff. Actually, let's press here. I want to start with the back half. But you could have stolen it. Could have. Is this some new definition of proof? Well, ask Waki.
Objection!
Might I remind you, this is a cross-examination. You might want to keep your basis theories to yourself. He's right, isn't he? Okay, here we go. Browse spot at the moment of the crime. Oh. We should ask some questions, but what? You have nothing to say. This case is over. It was over the moment that brat was seen in the park. What's the point in dragging it out any further? The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes? So it seems. Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer shot from this location, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Before the gun was fired, he shouted. Didn't turn his head to look. Wait, we proved that this isn't how it happened.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven to be a lie, as he was over there. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime, but he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed those panties. Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple. Silly, silly attorney. What? Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning? Do you remember, Trucy? I always have a glass of milk for breakfast. What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. Panties guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Here we go. Then why don't you show us, Air Forehead? Show you? What? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, Panties Guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? Wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. You can, that is. Okay, well, I actually already know what the answer is, but I'm curious if we can get there. Here we go. Oh, jeez. Walkie-talkie is standing at the killer mark. Wesley Sticker at the witness mark. Of course, Palmerax is at the victim mark. Okay, so here's the thing. I think I know where he was shot, how they shot him. Someplace else. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location. What are you talking about? I don't see any other place. Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof. And the stakes. Eh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? What if they were a bit more terrifying? Like so. Double penalty? Why are you doubling the penalty, my guy? Why? Air Forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. Justice time. Are you sure, Apollo? The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. Killer shot the victim from here. It would have been inside the cart. Yeah, it would have been right here.
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala. What do you mean? Let's see. Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime, and this time we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler is telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Which means that she was inside the noodle stand. Easy peasy. Order, order. So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand.
Objection!
Let's think about this for a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? This is insane. Someone was hiding in the stands. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Okay. Shows evidence that proves someone was in that stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? I'm gonna save here, but I think we have it. I think we have a way to prove that. Yeah, I think I've got it. I've got it right here. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. Let's see. I'd like to say it actually is the slippers, because we do know that that was in... I think this is it? I think this is it. The Maractus Clinic. And they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene, right next to the noodle stand. Oh, there we go. We got her. Oh, Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. Why are her feet so dirty? She's nasty. In other words, this is proof you were inside that noodle stand. Got her. Got him. Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith? Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle-making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in that stand? Paul, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room for the stand, some things would have to be... Well, Mr. Justice, you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand. I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear space in that stand. Oh my god, we're zooming. This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's noodles. This is amazing, by the way. Like, this is exactly where it should be, is that you're, like, where the battle has ebbs and flows, it keeps going. This is Ace Attorney stuff. This is good. What about, we discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday in the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside the noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala. She's getting... she's getting demolished. We'll say more of these wild fantasies. No, not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines. Oof. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent. Show me an innocent. I'll show you a fairy tale. In any case, the defense has somehow made its point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus. More fairy tales. This whole trial's a fairy tale. Then please, pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. Okay, here we go. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? And to get to the bottom of this case. Oh boy, this is so good though. This is where I think Ace Attorney's at its best. That night I went to ask him for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting that chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason he thought the Kitakis had sent me. But I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. God, you're a crappy liar, dude. You knew about the botched operation. But you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself. Don't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. Told him that Brat got his health checkup report, and that he was coming to settle the score. Ah, I see. Very well, Mr. Justice, begin your cross-examination. Here we go. Okay. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. Okay. So she's probably, I know this one. And Dr. Maractus for the chart. No intention of letting that chart fall in the Kitaki family's hands. Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. Gave him, went home, all I did was talk to him. So I have to perceive something now. You know what's kind of annoying is that I can see that the ring is going, so... Let's see. Let me watch your animation again. The ring doesn't move. Got it. I'm gonna try and press some things, but we're just gonna see. Here we go. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say. Not only that, if the Kitakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now pulling that great noodle stand in the sky. These are witnesses in a fix as well. Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand? When I die, it'll be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act. Would it be a little less morbid, please? See, I needed that chart. Okay, here we go. Dr. Bractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Katakis had sent me. They sent you. He thought the Katakis had sent me to get the chart. Makes some sense. You are their son's fiance. Don't make me laugh. The Katakis send me. They don't play that way. If they'd known about that chart, they would have gone in there with guns blazing. But I couldn't convince the trembling doctor otherwise. Gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him. If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there? How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went. I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright? Yeah, she's the killer. Uncertainty there. This is my last chance. Apollo, any word from your bracelet? Actually, I felt it respond. Couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo. I think the perceived thing is a little awkward because it means that we're less focused on actually... I think it's her touching her neck, I think is what she's doing. Let me look. Maybe I can use this to look. There, I think there it is. I saw it.
Gotcha!
There it is. Because she's pulling on her neck thing now. All I did was talk and lie. What? Show me proof. I'm pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Okay, we're gonna save again. We're gonna have so many save files at the end of this game. I swear to God. A little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. You can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words. My twitch? What are you talking about? You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf. What? she's just confusing. But her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots to find the truth. There we go. Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth. Seems that when you recall what really happened to that office, you can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Miraculous Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. Actually, this one... Okay, this actually explains it. Yeah, because he... What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord. Eh? Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state. I'll spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me. Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Eidola Tale, please remove your scarf. Oh, yep, there it is. Yeah, she's like, yep. If she can't remove her scarf, then, yeah, she...
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting, as soon as the witness removes her scarf. I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party. You can't order me to remove my clothing. Miss Tiala, I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven. What? You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf. No. She's just like, no. I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Eidola Tale? Oh yeah, your neck. That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Miraculous Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took, even if you had to steal your fiance's pistol to do it. But wait, looking at this lamp and the witness's neck, looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness. Specifically, you tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus clinic. What is happening? Why does her chest thing flap? How? She was literally trying to take off with wings on her chest. Alright. Well, someone please tell me what really happened. I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you. Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient. You have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me. So you can save your own skin? What? I know what you're up to. You went in with the family. And if they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. If I'm going down, I'll want some company, you. What happened next? He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out. And then Waki came in and fired a gun at the wall. So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. There, are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand? But how could I? Actually, we have a good answer for that one. Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus clinic, and it would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself. I'm sorry, I guess I was just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. Meeting again in 9 minutes. You bear some responsibility for events that day, true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her. Let's see. Hope the meetings are going well, though. Let's see, I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala? This finishes the cross-examination of this.
Objection!
What? Develop tools for automation before, yeah? Not really. Let's see, what is Clavier doing? Not so fast. This party's just getting started. Oh god, here we go. I don't develop tools for automation. I do stuff for, like the thing I did the most work on, I guess if I say professionally, but like, in terms of stuff outside of video games, I did work on a simulator. It's not really automated, it's just like basically a video game. But automating, like, I don't really do automation stuff. It's not, I guess video games have, like, state machines, but it's not really automation. Now we rock. What is he talking about? Those spikes on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin? Pal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? He's right. There is more we don't know. You sharked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while. Even still, what if it was her in that noodle stand? Alita Tiala half dead, Dr. Maractus pulling that stand, and a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see, we're not through with you just yet. You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you? You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth. Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. Oh, here we go. Day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine. Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki, so she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him, in order to get rid of the chart with her signature. Then, something happened. Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled Alita Tiala, perhaps he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime? I was just knocked out, not dead. From the state of his clinic and the scene in the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Air Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? He did think he killed... Show what he did next. Crap. Oh god, I didn't... Oh god. Well, he pulled the noodle stand. As his next move, Dr. Maractus stole Gael Dune's noodle stand. What, killing me disturbed him that much? Was your stole noodle stand? It wasn't so random. Remember all the bowls in the clinic's foyer? Bowls that belonged inside that stand. I think it's pretty obvious, don't you? That stand was at the clinic. However, the question is, why did he remove the bowls? Maybe because the stand was heavy, or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah. Wait, you don't mean... I do. Oh, I see. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala. What about automated testing? I don't automate my testing either. I actually do all my testing by hand. The only thing that can be tested, like, automated, as it were, it's not really automated, it's just like you run the tests. And that's not really the same as automating it, because you just run tests. Because it goes through and checks variables, sure, but it's not exactly the same as literally hitting a button and leaving it on for hours. It's a little different. But I don't really test, when I test games and stuff, I usually just go through it myself. I check the code by hand and also run through it. Because I use the breakpoints and I test it that way, and then in the cases of stuff like testing gameplay, I just go and play the game myself. My corpse. Integration and regression testing? I don't know what those are. Like, I mean, I don't know, like, in terms of, like, I guess, integration, I guess that would be, like, when you test a new piece of code, but I just run it. I mean, most of the time, I just do stuff by hand. It's actually something that a lot of game companies do. And when you're doing breakpoints and stuff in code, it's just, you check it with your own eyes anyway. Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. His next move would be to dispose of the body. That's crazy talk. You're all crazy. Then let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant Waki-Kitaki? I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park's a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with? That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand. Tell me, why would somebody go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination. Wait, what? Oh yeah, I see. Apparently the defense has an idea. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Show us on this diagram. To where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? River? There, that's a river. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. A perfect place to dispose of a body. He was going to throw me into that river? He didn't have many other options, Fraulein. I believe this clears up all the remaining questions. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then, the denouement. Wesley Stickler of Panty Snatching fame walks up. Seeing the too many shouts. In that instant... Because she's inside the noodle stand, she would have... And she had the gun. It's just funny to see her like that. I don't know, that's just weird. So, I shot him. You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. Well, Miss Tiala. Nice work. Okay, let's see it. I mean, I'm right. I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story to get that spoiled brat off the hook. You're the one who's dreaming. Paul's backed up everything he said with facts. You're so sure he's making it up. Give us another reason. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park? Who knows, but there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak. Whereof of what? He was just still trying to deny this. This is true, Prosecutor Gavin. Must I always be the one to point out Air Forehead's errors? Okay. I believe the Fraulein speaks of Air Doctor's car. His car. That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage, in which sat a green sports car, was it? Why would he steal the stand in the first place? If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car. And so we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand, and our defense without a case. I have an idea. You know that green car? Bet it wouldn't run as broken. Oh, what an excellent counter-argument, Fraulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your dad. That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Oh yes, I'd nearly forgot about it. Okay, after he drove back to that garage, it ran fine. That's right. So why didn't he use his beloved sports car, then? think we have an idea. Glaring contradiction to be sure. I think we have it. I think we have evidence for it. I just don't know if it's gonna work. More glaring than your forehead. No, we got this. I think we still got it. Order. Let's see, let's see. Well, Mr. Justice, why didn't Dr. Marks use his car to carry the body? I mean, I think I have an idea. That a grown a surrender, I hear. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned. Here we go. Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. This is truly your last chance. Defense will explain to us what happened that night. Okay. How do I begin to do this? Because I know the card didn't run isn't the explanation. We're gonna save again. I think the answer... I feel like this... Okay, this feels weird because it's not an evidence thing, it's just... Alright, how do we do this? How do we do this? He carried the body in the car. I'm trying to think. Because wait, what if he carried the body to the site in the car and then was made to go pull the stand? Maybe? Because I know it's not this middle one. How do I... Well, I guess we just gotta start testing stuff. How's the victim pulling it? We're back to where we started, Mr. Justice. Without an explanation for why he didn't use the car. I'll ask you again, this is truly your last chance, so explain what happened. The victim used the car to carry the body. Ah, so you're throwing out everything you've proven up till now. Well, if the car wasn't broken, admire your adaptability in the face of impossible odds. But yeah, this does not explain why he was pulling that stand. What's going on? Is Prosecutor Gavin trying to tell me something? Oh, we just... Okay, never mind. I have an idea. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Marcus couldn't use his car. Ha, now you're making even less sense than usual. Not according to my information, Miss Tiala. Put one and one together and the explanation is simple. It's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Just prove why the car wouldn't run that night. Oh, it's the... Oh, I see, because it didn't happen in the same route. Just prove why the car broke down that night. Prosecutor Gavin? Ah, it's proof of a malfunction, alright. Malfunction in Air Forehead's brain. Haha, very funny. Okay, wait, and then... Do I have a favorite algorithm? I think the sorting algorithms are pretty cool to watch when you watch the visualizations, but they're pretty cool. Why the car wouldn't run that night? Trying to figure this out. The panties? Maybe? Oh my god, yeah, probably. Oh, probably. Let's see now. Panties again? All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth. Another crime was committed the night of the murder. Oh, because he stuffed it in the exhaust so it wouldn't start. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. Yeah, he stuffed them in the exhaust pipe, that's right. In the Miraculous Clinic garage. What? The snatcher hid the panties before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them. Why, weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. A very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. So you're here investigating. And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. A clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I wanted to guess you. No, honestly, my brain just went like... No, the way when you said it, my brain went... Oh, yeah, that make... Like, I was thought about it, I'm like... Like, I was like, oh, come on. Like, you know what's the thing, though? I guess I also wasn't sure that would work, but also, man... No, that's not a thing to apologize for. I think that one's like, wait a minute, no. Wait a minute, no. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. My, how interesting. While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start. What? That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of. Stop doing that. Why does he do that? Well, Miss Tiala, this wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think. So it does. Where? Where am I? So dark, can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning. What's your problem? You, Doc, I know what you did. Walkie? You lied to me, so you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine, I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked, but not how you think. It's not just me. No, he'll ruin everything. I have to stop him. Cease this at once, you two. Aha, the truth of the matter. And that's the truth. Well, damn. Funny, this isn't the way it was supposed to turn out. Oh well, too bad. And Walkie's just like, what? There's still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand? And in the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running. I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use the public phone to inform the police. Which is when I made my escape. Which is when you left that slipper print. Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though. That was your mistake. No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. Believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you. I like how it's like, well, she failed to... We've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now. Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost. I think he already knew. He figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. I feel like, you know what it is? I feel like Clavier is more like Phoenix Wright than anything, because it doesn't really matter if he wins or loses, it's about the truth. And I think that's more important. It seems like that's more important to Clavier than anything. Like, the truth is more important. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Air Forehead? Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. Walkie-talkie's just like, oh my god. Alright then. Court is adjourned. Walkie's just like, ugh. Well, good job, Walkie. You were going to marry a gold digger. That's fantastic. Great job, Apollo. You did it. Yeah, we did, somehow. Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank. Hey, attorney man. You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes. Or to blame, I guess. Give my Alita back, stupid pointy-headed death wish. Enough, Walkie. Oh, thank God, the dad is like, oh, I got him. Ah, Mr. Kataki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie. What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you opened yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman. Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. Afraid the guard is going to throw them both out. If not in jail, wouldn't that be a happy ending? Hey, maybe we can help them out. You know why Mr. Kataki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Walkie, Apollo has something to tell you. Huh? I do? You're gonna put me on the spot. What's that? Show him the reason why, Apollo. Why is Mr. Kataki trying to become a businessman? Honestly, I think it's the chart, but What about algorithms for nature-inspired procedural generation? I mean, I've done some of... I know that one thing I worked with was using Perlin noise to generate terrain. I did that way back in school. I think the procedural generation is fascinating, but it's also an algorithm that has to be it has to be fine-tuned really, really closely. It's actually why the Minecraft stuff, I know that that's the thing, the automation is in the stuff that comes after making the algorithm. It's not the algorithms themselves are the things that need to be written by human hand. But it is really cool to see the stuff that's like you're trying to make something grow naturally. It's like, how do you get to nature? So it's like, how do you get closer to it? And you have to come up with something that approximates it. I don't think computers will ever get 100% there, because that's sort of something that I think the closer some games get to like actually being real, most of it comes from, you know, on hands-on stuff too, like those handcrafted worlds. A lot of open worlds are handcrafted in that way too. I think it's this one, but let's see. What do I present? What do I present to you, man? I think it's the chart, but I'm like, I'm a little bit like, I'm like, mostly just because I don't want to screw this up, because it's like, I don't know. Heard of gradient descent? I don't actually know what that is. Can you explain to me? Now I'm curious. I'm curious what this means exactly.
Take that!
Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, a little plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Differential equations? Yes, I do know about differentials. I'm not good with them, but I do remember them. Clean money, that is. She doesn't mean... You aren't really... Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. The doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. But it's an expensive procedure. Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you? I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. His eyebrows are huge. Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Aw. Aw, okay. Man, I see how it is, old man. Why is he looking out for... Aw. Aw. Let's say good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. And we'll see who's the OG. And your business suit, I'll find you. Little geezer. Hi, Walkie. No, it's as it should be. Mr. Kataki. Liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I'm glad to have met you. Not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one, thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest, the Kataki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop. So long. Thanks, Kataki. Thanks, Mr. Kataki, you're really cool. What a cool guy. Gradient descent involved looking for a minimum in an uneven landscape by following the gradient downwards. So something like calculating... Sounds like something you would use for like, if you're using it for generation, to be for like a mountainside, like slopes and stuff. Probably be good for like mathematically charting that stuff. I guess the thing is with games where the point is the generated world, it's pretty, I think that stuff can be a lot of fun. It's just tough with, I think it's because I work in a lot of the handcrafted worlds that I don't know how often I would want to use systems for that sort of thing. I guess that's why automation hasn't been something I've considered as often, because I've seen so many games made by hand, you know? So it's harder for me to like imagine for myself. Alright, to the right anything agency. Hey, since when do I work at your agency? Oh, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going. Oh, why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me out, it's her. Alright then. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become. Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first. Huh? Where? Why to claim our reward for Mr. Eldoon? Ah, salty noodles, right? You gotta stand back already. Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. Amazing with special appearance by Mr. Hat. Oh, it's special, alright. Please, anything but him. Something can be made differentiable, then it can help you find parameters that go downward in the gradient of loss. Interesting. I don't think I fully understand from that. I don't think I fully understand, but I at least see. And seeing is the first part of understanding. Turnabout Serenade. What the heck? Turnabout Serenade. What are we doing here? What do we mean by that? Let's rock. Oh god, are we gonna go see Clavier's show? The guitar work is pretty cool. Oh my god, that guy's hair is a missile. We love you. Oh, it is Clavier. Wow. Man. Next case is gonna be with Clavier. Oh god, everyone, this party's not over yet. What are we talking about? Get out your handkerchiefs for our special guest. That's right, baby. What are we talking about? Night's just getting started. Okay. Night's just getting started. Thank you for coming to the Gaviner's Guilty as Charged tour. That's the first part of tonight's show. There will now be a 20-minute intermission. What is that thing? Missile. That dude's hair's got he's got a missile. Look at that little dude in the middle there. Look at that little dude. Oh my god, why is he so tiny? I love him. This is so cool. Us at a Gaviner's concert, huh? Did you say something? My ears are still ringing. The Gaviner's putting the sick back in music. With a K. Well, I thought Mr. Gavin was really nice, sending us those tickets at 20% off. Hard to get a hold of, you know. When you invite people to a concert, it's usually free. Let's head to his dressing room, Paulo. You know, like we're a couple of VIPs. Always dreamed of being a VIP at a Gaviner's show. Trucy, you didn't know who Prosecutor Gavin was before that case. What kind of fan doesn't know the lead vocalist's name? Oh, this guy. Well, he was more like a prince, really. He let us in. Clavier, what a lovely name. So dreamy. I see. Yeah, but I'm a girl. I'm supposed to swoon over gods of rock. I guess. God awful, maybe. Okay, that face is adorable. Okay, I would kill for that. I'd kill for her. the face of despair. The Eto Bleh. Bought all their stuff on the way home from the trial. Got 12 Gaviner's albums and 15 concert videos. I see. Your procedural generator generates outputs. You can give it automated feedback based on... Oh, so it's basically face. I see. I don't know what's going on with the clip generator thingy, but it's doing something weird. So basically, it's something where you give it, you give a generator parameters and say, okay, if it's not in this range. I mean, that kind of just feels like you could do that with an if statement. Like if it's within, if this is doing well, then if this works right, then you can then keep it. Quite a bit of impulse shopping. I got an advance on my next 15 years worth of allowance. For Mr. Wright, that sounds like a real act of generosity. Trucy's adorable. Who would have imagined me here at a Gaviner's concert watching Prosecutor Gavin rock? Be honest, he was kind of cool, and I'm kind of envious. Not that I'd ever admit that to Trucy. I mean, he's a rock star, so yeah, I can see it. What the heck is happening in here? Gaviner's dressing room. Gaviner's dressing room. Ah, you made it. Mr. Gavin, thanks so much for the tickets. And the invoice you sent along with them. You were incredible up on the stage, Mr. Gavin. Nothing like music to brighten the mood after a trial, yeah? And we're almost ready for our next act. I'm looking forward to it myself. Let miroirs? How do I pronounce this? Le mirror? Le miroir. Le miroir. I'm gonna say Le miroir, and I'm gonna never say it ever again. That person, Siren of the Bell. Okay, so this lady. The flyer said she flew all the way over for the show. That's right. I happened to catch her show while overseas. Her voice is divine. I knew I had to invite her to perform with us. The miroir says you praise me too highly. What is this guy's face? Allow me to introduce Mr. Romain Letousse, the Miroir's manager, and her interpreter, incidentally. It is a great honor for us to be here, and a great honor for Le Miroir to be heard in this country. Is she? What the heck is that? That voice. I wish I could understand it. It's beautiful. She is speaking wingdings at me. Thanks for stream. So, oh, thank you, Julian. She is speaking wingdings. What? Whoa! Oh, she is actually really pretty. What the heck? That's like annoyingly pretty. Oh, it's her Miroir. Actually meeting with Miroir. Le Miroir, mysterious songstress. She is like, why is she so pretty? What the heck? Too many clip requests. Truly try again 44 seconds. Oh god. The clip machine actually did break. What the heck? I need to get that one later. 2 hours. The clip machine actually broke. That's actually hilarious. It's like kind of reminds me of like, you know, in I'm thinking of when you're messing with like ticket machines at like the arcade. It feels like that where it's like, all right, putting it in, it just like starts jamming. 2 hours, 20 minutes. X seconds. Okay. She's just really pretty. I don't know. That's awesome. Why does she speak wingdings though? Her quiet, deep song glides through the air, lilting above a sparse but elegant piano accompaniment. Now this is music. She's a real artist. Apollo, all artists are real artists. You just have preferences, man. How do we subtitle her going like what is that? What language is she speaking? I want to say that it's like, at least I wasn't trying to be nuisance with it. No, it's like, no, you're doing good. No, you're doing good. Honestly, it's great that clips get made at all. I appreciate it. I just think it's funny that the machine broke. I'm like, what do you mean it broke? It doesn't do that. The clip machine doesn't break. It's supposed to work. Why does she, like, you know what's one thing that's confusing me? Why is it that 2 of her sentences have Hadoukens in it? It's like, so, arrow, bug, key, Hadouken, goat, scissors, Hadouken, smaller bug, or larger bug, water, crystal, key, tree, eye, goat, religious symbol, leaf, and Pisces. Miroir says, we have long looked forward to this joint performance. Oh, Miroir. Her voice. It is art. So wait, can she understand us, but we can't understand her? Yet without his piano to guide me, it is but a voice. I've seen this kid somewhere before. He plays piano at all of Miroir's concerts. He's cute, and he's a really good pianist. Good pianists are a dying breed, I hear. Let me introduce Machi Tobaye. He is blind. That's why he never strays far from Miroir. They are always together. Can I just say, this is the most JoJo's looking group I've seen in a long time. Like characters from some fairy tale. It's like, he looks like he's gonna like stand up and just like... Miroir is so, what's that word? Exotic. And mysterious. It does seem quite pretty, at least her eyes do. Hers is a kind of sightseeing musique. Huh? She travels the globe, putting the sights she sees into song. Even though her appearance and voice are exotic, her songs remind us of something close and warm. Lights into song. That's so poetic. It's kind of what I do. So it's kind of pretty. He was gracious enough to put music to my lyrics tonight. Guitar Serenade. Hope you enjoy it. Can't wait. And now it is time. For the next part, we're giving the Gaviners hard rock little rest. Miroir, the stage is yours. The band members will not play during Miroir's ballad. Only Machi's tender tones and Miroir's dulcet voice. And my guitar, of course. Okay, here we go. Do we actually get to hear music? Should have learned how to play the guitar. There's not much romance in Chords of Steel. I mean, hey man, some people like the metal singers, you know? Shall we hit the stage, then? Good luck, Mr. Gavin. Take care your hearts aren't stolen away, yeah? Let's get back to the concert hall, Polly. You know, knowing that a case is gonna start... What the 3D model? Oh, my dude. This is nice, though. We actually get to have music. This is insane. Okay, real talk, if I saw this in real life, this would be kind of hype, I'm not gonna lie. It's a nice song. This animation is a little weird, but I'm kind of into it. What just happened? What just happened? Why did Gavin have to get lit on fire? He had to get lit on fire for that part of the show. I see. Gavin's guitar got lit on fire. How does this happen? Oh no. Wow, wasn't Lemiroir amazing? He even cried a little. I was surprised Prosecutor Gavin actually burned his guitar. Yeah, that even surprised me, and I'm a magician. What a production. What a destruction. I don't think Prosecutor Gavin was expecting it either, oddly. He looked as surprised as I was. What they call risking life and limb for art? He's my new hero. Not sure I'd call that art. Well, what are we doing here? Let's see, get going to Mr. Gavin's dressing room. It's 20 minutes till the last part of the show. How many breaks does this band need? You have music right now. I kind of want to know your opinions on the music from Rock is a Lady's Modesty anime. I have not seen this anime. I'll need to look up clips at some point. Let me write it down. I'll write it down really quick so I know. Rock is a Lady's Modesty. I know I watched some clips from Baki and I thought the guitar work was really cool in that one. Did some good stuff. What the heck was that? I never consulted about it. I was never consulted about it. Sorry, Mr. Gavin, sir. I asked the man in charge. I play New Rock, not Great Balls of Fire. Speaking of fire, I have a good mind to fire whoever's responsible. Seems upset. Apollo Justice, were you the one who tried to torch me? Hey, I didn't do it. So much risking your life for art. The guitar serenade is ruined. Well, let's try to talk to him at least. Not sure that's the best move right now. Magic curious what happened there. You mean the guitar that wasn't part of the act? Part of the act? Who'd burn up a guitar on purpose? Honestly, Clavier, okay, you know what? You get points for me. Like, nobody burns a guitar on purpose. But it worked really well with the lyrics just then. Burning on in my heart, fire, burn my love away always. Wait, you think the audience thought it was... Sounds like he got lucky. They probably thought it was part of the act. At least I did. He got lucky and he didn't realize it. Anyway, that guitar was the Ferrari of guitars. All the speed, all the sound, and all the price. If I burned one of those at every show, I'd go broke. I'm usually frugal for a rock band. I'm saying that to Mr. Gavin. I mean, hey, Ashton. Today's been one disaster after another. The hog won't run, my guitar case is broken. Daddy told me there'd be days like these. Wasn't Lemiroir's song incredible? Worked on it too, right, Mr. Gavin? Ah, yes, thanks. It was a collaboration. I wrote the lyrics and she wrote the melody. You know, I was surprised she could sing in English. I'm sure she practiced a long time for this day. Ah, here. What's this? The lyric sheet. It's yours. Wait, that's how long the song was? It was like a minute! Oh, never mind, there's more. I mean, yeah, it's still... I mean, still. Yippee, thanks so much. All I ever get to sign are client defense agreements. Contains the lyrics to Lemiroir's ballad. That was like a minute and that was like a minute and we revved up for all that. Well, it's time for the third act of the night. Oh, there's more? Yes, Lemiroir's part is done. Now it's time for us to drop our groove again. We'll be ready to catch it. Ready, Apollo? I think I'll pass. Eh? I like the bit with Lemiroir, but the rest could use a volume knob. Turned way down. Ah, Apollo, you're getting old. Does 22 qualify as old to a 15-year-old? Man, Apollo's like me, except worse. Man, poor guy. Well, I'm going. Let the old folks rest backstage, yeah? Time to rock. Hey, you're older than I am. Can I examine? I can examine stuff. Do we need it? We don't need to examine right now, do we? I think we just go. I think we're gonna dip. We'll see. I swear to God, if I come outside and... What's that on the ground anyway? Hey, it's you, that right guy. Detective Sky. Let that right kid business pass. Call me Emma. There's no need for titles once you've shared a bottle of fingerprinting powder. That's a new one. So, Emma, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? Snacking. Think I want to be here? Be in charge of security in this pit? Why is she in charge of security here? There's no knowing with that glimmerous fop. Apparently he's all upset because something was stolen. He wanted security back here during the concert. Where does he get off acting like he's some big rock star? He is a big rock star. What is he talking about, Emma? Hey, you listening to me? So, where's this door here lead to? This one, that's Lamirwar's dressing room. Don't even think of going in. Unless you want a piece of snack goose in your face. Is she ever in a good mood, I wonder? Well, I guess we could talk about everything. Emma. I see. Never seen someone eat snacks with such vehemence. Better give her a wide berth. She snack-gooed me. Emma. She's just gonna continuously hit me in the... Yep, she's just hitting me in the face with food. Cool. Okay, so talking to her, she's just angry. Understood. What is... Wait, actually, what is this? What's that odd-looking doll doing there? Oh. That's the blue badger. Should I either talk to you or Munchie, but not both? She snacked with me. Serves me right. For going out of my way. Sorry, I don't speak snackers. Okay, so it's the blue badger from earlier. Yeah, what's this on the ground? What's this? Some kind of headset earpiece? Why'd someone leave this in the hallway? Maybe Lamirwar's bodyguard dropped it? Will you stop eating those snacks for 1 second and listen? Ha, if you think you're going to pull me away from my snacks just to hear you mumbling on and on about whatever, you're going to be sorely disappointed. Uh-oh. Guess you gotta stop munching. Guilty. Where can I move to? This is kind of difficult. We have an ad break right now, though, so we can take a moment. I need some water. I've actually been I've been running myself kind of dry today. Alright, there we go. Ooh. I guess we can investigate everything. This is Lamirwar's dressing room. If you even think about going in there, I'll... No, stop. Stop auto-playing, game. What do you mean there was a gunshot? What do you mean there was a gunshot? What do you mean there's a gunshot? Okay, hang on. We're gonna let the ad break sit for a moment. I need to just think about what just happened. Also, Emma looks terrified. My god. Alright, so that's a murder waiting for us to go in. I'm like 90% certain that that is awful. Whatever's behind this door is gonna suck. Because these are fresh gunshots. I am not ready for this. I'm not ready for this mentally. I'm just gonna take a moment. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go in. Whatever happens, happens. Something's going on. You out of my way. I'm a Lamirwar. It's not locked. I'm going in. Well, at least Emma's running right in. Oh god, here we go. Is that the Steel Samurai? Is that two? What are those bullet holes? What on God's green earth is that? What were they shooting freaking 50 cal in here? What is that? Okay, no, I need to... Just looking at this scene, what happened in here? What? What's that awful noise? Oh, it's the concert. Oh! It's Umiwar's manager, Mr. What's-his-name. Let's Oh no. Hey, you. Me? Watch this room for me. I have to call for backup. Right, understood. You want me to make sure no one comes in, right? And don't touch anything. Be right back. What's going on? I just talked to him and now... He's alive. Mr. Otus, can you hear me? Shot. I was shot. Who shot you? I don't know. Ask what? Ask witness. Witness. There was a witness. Who? Cold. Oh, cold witness. You're cold? Don't worry, you're going to be fine. Help is on the way. Can't see. Again, Mr. Otus, tell me, who was the witness? The witness is... Siren. We're gonna Siren witness anything. Mr. Otus. Yipes, Emma? What was that? Who's there? What's wrong? Emma, did you see anyone just now? No. Just when I heard a door close. The concert's been cancelled. Backup's on its way. Mr. Otus. He's dead, isn't he? It's terrible. I lost him. Romain Latus shot, and I heard his last words. The witness is the siren, whatever that means. So I'm gonna guess somebody got taken in as a suspect straight away. The venue's locked down. We took names and addresses before letting the crowd go. Good work, Darian. I'll let you know if I find out anything about the victim. Later. Wait, you're telling me Missilehead is, like, helping? Investigation time, then, yeah, Fraulein Detective. I don't need some rock and rolling prosecutor to tell me that. One request I must make. Tell no one, on staff or otherwise, anything of this. Ooh, a gag order. No word gets out other than that Mr. Otus is dead. No word of the cause of death or of the murder. Tell no one, not even Lemiroir? Not even her. We must keep everything under wraps. Oh, one other thing. I'll need your signature on this air forehead. Yours too, Fraulein. On that, investigation request. Why just us? You two are civilians. It's standard procedure. Be okay to sign, I think. Information concerning the crime to be restricted to police and related parties. Right, well, get started with the investigation. I'm on it already. I had one tip for you, huh? Me? Try not to get in the Fraulein Detective's way. He's in a foul mood today. Yeah, I wonder why. You're all questioned as witnesses, and now none of us can go home. We'll investigate, alright, our way. Somehow I don't see us getting back to that crime scene anytime soon. Still can't believe I was there when it happened. Not an experience I can repeat anytime soon. Actually, how many times... I guess I'm curious, how many times did Phoenix Wright actually get to be on ground zero to a crime? Besides getting hit by a car. Like, because most of the crimes we in the first 3 games... Like, they happened, and then it was Phoenix Wright investigating crime scenes after the fact. I don't think there's ever any that's been like this, where it's literally when it happens. No time for navel gaze, let's crack this case. Worry about Trucy. She seems to have a very loose idea of what it means to be an attorney. Of course, that's not surprising considering who her father is. Something the matter? No, let's get cracking. I mean, it seems like attorneys in this universe just are also PIs. It's like you wrap up Columbo... It's like they are both the one in the courtroom, and they're also the ones doing all the crime scene investigation stuff, so that makes sense. Alright, there we go. I saw something and it was confusing me. Let's see. I'm the only one who's there. The only one who heard Mr. Otus's last words. We just saw this, man! Okay, so who is the siren? For a sort of business, who is to find out who you meant by siren? Salmon. Looks like an instrument case, a big instrument case. There's a great magic trick you can do with one of these. Oh, what kind? The miraculous beautiful girl escapes the case illusion. Does the girl is miraculous, not the escape? So picky. I see. Okay, I'm gonna guess in evidence this is part of it. What's that? Looks like some kind of future phone. Not a phone, a transceiver. It's called a headset. What's a headset doing? Wait, do you think Mr. Latus might have been wearing it? Like one of those bodyguards? I don't think he was wearing one when we first met. The LED on this thing is lit. It must be on. Lamirwar's dressing room. The scene of the crime. Not supposed to go in there. But aren't we involved? Aren't we duty-bound to investigate? Sadly, no. So the situation being what it is, now may be our best chance to do some snooping. Okay. That's the Gaviner's dressing room. Crime scene was Lamirwar's dressing room, next door. Never know where clues might be hiding, Apollo. Let's case this joint. We are now the PI. Vending machine. Posters. Okay, where can we move to is the question. Stage. Let's go to the stage first. We'll go to the other rooms in a moment. I want to check the stage first. Whoa. Oh, the stage looks empty. It's hoping to get a chance to talk to Prosecutor Gavin. Nothing to do but go to the crime scene, I guess. Nothing to examine here, huh? Now that's a big instrument case. That's a case for contrabass, I think. You can fit 20 violins in there, I bet. Hey, you look like a violin, but it's a completely different instrument. Give it 5 truces in there and bet. Hey, are you comparing me to an instrument? Oh, I wonder who left it sitting open like this. Okay. Well, I guess we'll come back here then. I guess we are just supposed to be snooping. Understood. Into the dressing room we go. Hello. Hi. Oh, it's you. I figured you'd come. You have to let us investigate the scene, please. Your attorneys know. Didn't you wait until you have a client? Latus did tell me to ask the witness the siren. With his dying breath, no less. Doesn't that count? Glare at me all you want. You'll get no snacks from me. Please. Think of poor Lamirwar. Oh well. Suppose. You did find the body with me. Let's get to it. Right. Just try not to touch anything. She's letting us look, and she's not munching her snacks. This bodes well. There are clues here. I can feel it. You no hanger on hung, no spot unspotted. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, well, the body's still here. Jeez. Let's start with this. Let's start at the business end, shall we? This is the murder weapon, isn't it? This revolver? No, it is not. I do not think this is the murder weapon. He was probably shooting at his assailant. That's why there's 2 shots in the wall. Actually, you can tell that pretty easily, all things considered. That's right, a big 45 caliber revolver. Wow. Wonder who brought this here. I thought only police were allowed to have one of those. Why are you giving me that look? I didn't do it. I didn't. Listen, I was out in the hall eating Snackers when it happened. I know. No one here thinks you did it, Emma. Hard to tell with you sometimes, Apollo. Hey, what have I done? Wait, if the killer brought a revolver, must mean they had planned this from the start. That's right? You know what's funny? This is actually very silly because this can't have happened because you look over here, there's 2 bullet holes over here. Why would there be bullet holes here if he wasn't shooting at these bullet holes? It looks like it. There are 2 here in the wall. From the look of it, the victim was shot once in the shoulder. The first shot must have missed. But there are 2 holes. Wouldn't that mean 2 misses? The murder weapon is a 45 caliber revolver. It's very powerful. What we're seeing here is the mark left by the second bullet after it passed through his shoulder. Well, that would mean he was shot from behind, not from the front. Ouch. Sounds painful. Okay, I wonder about this murder weapon. I'm starting to think something's... Are you guys just, like, presuming right away that this is how it happened? Like, look at where he is. Look at how he's shooting. Well, I guess the only problem... Oh, no, there's a window right there. Hey, what's this? Look, there's a little window over here. Maybe the killer escaped through that. It's barely big enough for me to get my head through. Not to mention, it only opens a crack. What? I was just saying it's possible. Right. No harm in that. Except I'm pretty sure it is impossible. You can peek into the room through it, though, you know. Okay, real talk. Okay, this... I hate that I already kind of can see the truth of this crime scene is, I think, almost too easy to parse together what happened. And I already know that I'm going to get my details mixed up when I have to use it in the testimonies. Because clearly the shooter was shooting this way. He fired twice. Like, so there was someone over here. So what I'm seeing is that, at least what I can tell. So probably somebody shot him from, if he was shot from behind, Given the blood spatters, that makes sense. He would have been shot by somebody from this window. And at the time of the shooting, then at the time of the shooting, 2 shots fired here. And I'm guessing that whoever Latouche was shooting at was standing over at that door, and whoever left that door was who he was shooting at, who was probably probably actually was here to do some harm. If I'm guessing. Latouche. That's a body, isn't it? Sure is, the victim, no less. Let's take a closer look. Go ahead, Apollo. You first. Me? No, you should go first, Trucy. Really. You two stop bickering and get over here. Okay. Let's look at his body. This. He was right. Oh, he was trying to... Is that... Yeah, it's blood. Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about red stuff than I do, right? Says who? Something is strange about this blood, though. Is that what it looks like? Looks like he's trying to write a name in here. Look, he's trying to write something. He's trying to do the he's trying to do the anime thing where he's trying to do the video game thing where you write blood. You write something in blood. We're playing Dead Space again, I see. Apollo, look at this hand. Oh, he's holding something. Hey, no touching. You can throw all the snacks at me you'd like, Emma. Sooner or later, you're going to run out of them. You raise a good point. I'm a bit intrigued by this scene. Let's take a look. Ah, see there? He's holding something. What's this? A key ring. Think it might belong to the killer? Certainly a possibility. What an unusual key ring. What unusual keys. Let's see, that's a car key, guitar key, Gorl. Could be a vital clue. Keyring added. Note the heart-shaped ring. Oh no. Don't tell me that's what I think it is. Hey, no clue. No clues here? Are you stupid? That's the Gavin G. I can see. This is probably Clavier's keys. I don't think Clavier did it, but I'm pretty sure that that's like an implicating piece of evidence, I think. Also, Neo, how's it going today? Thank you for the bid. As he's saying, doesn't look like the kind of Mr. Latouche would use, so the question is, whose keyring is it? You're practically a detective there, Apollo. Practically. Hope you're doing well today, Neo. Turned 30 day. Well, hey, happy birthday. As I like to put it, I think it's good. It's good on us to get older, but not get old. 3 keys on this heart-shaped keyring, huh? This middle key is shaped like a guitar. I get it. It must be the key to a guitar case. Guitar case key. Better know who this belongs to. Yeah, he even got his emblem on it and everything. Okay. Seeing these mirrors lined up like that makes me think I'm really in a dressing room. You are in a dressing room. Huh. This must be makeup. Never heard of most of these brands. Maybe they're Borginian? All I know is they don't make for much of a clue. I'm looking at the guitar case, not the... God dang it. What is this thing? This is one of those things, right? At the barber's? A permanent dryer. Want me to curl all those bank's ears? No thanks. Better not mess with his hair, Emma. It's part of his identity, you know. Hangers, window, presents. I hope you're doing well today. The miroir sure is popular. I wonder what's inside. We can't open them, can we? Probably not a good idea. You never know what you might find in one of these boxes. Bombs, razors, ransom notes. Could be anything. I'm never having a birthday party again. What? Trucy? What? What is she talking about? Oh, big flower. What an amazing bouquet. I mean, it's giant. Not sure I approve. It'd be better if this flower was a bit more... Oh. Oh, the flower fell off. I'm preserving the crime scene, Emma. It's fine, fine. I'll put it back, see? That's scientific. I see Emma is also screwing around. Well, that's good. Fruit. Oh, Apollo, can I eat some of those, please? Absolutely. Absolutely not. I know, but still, I yearn. Look, you're not the only one eyeing that fruit here. Well, then what are we waiting for? Let's eat. Right. Are you too crazy? Emma, you of all people should know better. She tempted me. The temptress. What are you guys talking about? Hey, why are you two being idiots? Don't make Apollo the voice of reason. Door. No clues here. What do you mean there's no clues here? It's a door. That speaker was blaring at the time of the murder. Oh, that's for monitoring the stage from this room. Monitoring. Oh, yeah, that's right. Pipes in a real-time feed from the stage microphones. Useful for knowing when your set's about coming up. You call being loud and vaguely musical. Made it hard to hear Mr. Latus's last words. Ladder. Huh, another ladder. Actually, it's technically a step ladder. Well, hello, Miss Fancy Pants. Please forgive my lack of ladder discrimination. I'm less worried about the step ladder. I'm more worried about why it's there. Why is the ladder there? Well, to climb, right? To reach something on the ceiling? I still say it's a step ladder. I see. We're gonna argue about step ladders for eternity. TV. Apollo, look at that thing. It's huge. That's a TV. Big flat screen TVs from the era when TVs were getting there. Be wanting for a long time on your salary, Junior. Wait till you're as famous as Mr. Wright was, then dream. I don't think Daddy was ever rich, even when he was in law. Right, just stop my dreams, why don't you? To be fair, Phoenix Wright was also famously bad at having money, so that's just his fault. Another Gaviner's poster. I'm just about sick of seeing those personally. He'll just tear it down. No tampering with the crime scene, Emma. Yeah, there's something else I can tear to shreds. Don't look at me. Aw. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, what a pretty brooch. Oh, Emma. You're not going to say, can I have it, please, are you? Oh. Look, you may be a cute little girl of 15, but that doesn't get you any special treatment with me. Aw. Poor Trucy. Not healthy to envy the young, Emma. It's not about envy, it's about tampering with evidence. Note yourself, Emma lacks a sense of humor. Use caution. You need to learn to respect your elders a little. Something seems so familiar about that brooch. Oh, hey, look at that, it's a miroir. So wait, why was the miroir in this room? I can view it again. She's still after that brooch, Cleary. No way. If you want one that bad, get your daddy to buy it for you. Daddy always says, Trucy, if you want something, go find or borrow it. On when in doubt, beg. Leave it to Mr. Wright. Should be concerned about Trucy's future. I'm more concerned about the owner of that brooch. Yeah, that's about right for Phoenix Wright. Alright, well, we'll check everything in this room, at least. Let's see, this summer, Illegal Eagles production of Case closed. We see a poster for a different show. One I wouldn't mind seeing real soon. You know what's funny? Okay, just to say, so like this TV, my grandma had the exact kind of TV when it was new. Like when the flat screens were just coming into houses. I remember she got one of those big flat screens. I think it was like really recent to like when they started showing up. It was exactly like this. I remember the first time I watched something on it, I saw an NCIS episode, but because they up-resed it, you know, it's like, because it was filmed in 30 frames a second, but they up-resed it to 60, so the motion was weirdly smooth. So sometimes you'd watch the show and be like, ugh, because it would have to do the inter frames. It looked really weird sometimes. Okay, let's talk to her about everything. Mr. Romain Latus, was it? He was Lemiroir's manager and interpreter, apparently. This is his first time in the country. So I'm guessing he didn't know many people here. Doesn't seem likely. Nor can I think of anyone with a motive to murder him. Except for one person, of course. One person? Who? Lemiroir. No one here might have had a motive, but she's from... What are you talking about? Or, hey, it was Emma's idea. I said nothing. Oh, thanks. Always with the snacks. He's a big man, or was. I don't think even I would win in a fight with him. Which is why whoever it was used a revolver, I'm guessing. We sent a request to the Borginian embassy for more info on him. Well, you and I know more about the crime than anyone. You do? That's true, it was us who found the body. I guess that's what I miss for watching the concert. Hey, I wish I was watching the concert. Anything would be better than this. Well, we know the crime took place during the concert, and when we heard the shot and entered the room, the killer was already gone. But that doesn't make sense. You came in when you heard the shot and no one was here. How did they leave the room? That window's a little too small, isn't it? I think the problem is they went through that door, but... Can I examine this door? Why is this door unexaminable? It's like, I swear, if it is in there, it's gonna be really annoying if that's the case. Move Gaviner's dressing room. Wait, doesn't that go? Yeah, that goes straight into the Gaviner's dressing room. So how... Looks like nobody's here. Prosecutor Gavin's probably busy with the case, too. No rest for the wicked. No rest for us, either. Apollo, let's get rocking. Okay. We can't... Nothing here, huh? What do we got here? Let's see. It's a postcard of a miroir. What are those letters on the bottom? I've never seen these before. Can't see! I can't see the things at the bottom. This is a very pretty image, though. Holy crap. Must be your native tongue, Borginian. Borginian. Postcard added to the court record. God, she's pretty. Pretty lady, god dang it. Why is this plastic bowl of stew sitting here? Maybe they use it for interrogating bad guys. Fess up to what you did. I'll let you eat that stew. That's just mean. It gets worse. See, if the bad guy confesses, they say, okay, eat it. If you can. It's made of plastic. Like, you don't know which ones are the real bad guys. You need to take a deep breath, Trucy. I like that Trucy acts so much like, Maya. It does make me happy. Why did he paint this on the mirror? Someone drew the Gaviner's mark in lipstick here. Lipstick. I'd like to wear lipstick someday. Oh, you don't use lipstick yet, Trucy? Daddy won't let me. Not until I learn to play piano, he says. I'll be waiting a long time then, I'm afraid. Alright. Let's see. Cruiser guitar. They sold those to commemorate 5 years of the band. Rocking it hard under the speed limit. There's a cruiser bass and a cruiser drum set and a cruiser keyboard. What are they talking about? Even a cruiser whistle. I wasn't sure about that last one. They're blowing the whistle on criminals. I don't think that requires an actual whistle, Trucy. Okay, is there anything in this room, or... Red light... Gonna be honest, I don't really know what's going on here. Police uniform hangs on the stand here. I want to try it on. Nothing to see here. Move along. Okay, you don't have to go that far to be special. I mean, you're not exactly the type who's just another face in the crowd. Really, you think so? I guess you're right. You're like a meanie for making that insinuation. You call yourself a meanie, dude? Okay, is there actually evidence here, or... Gloves. What are we looking for? Some pretty heavy-duty gloves. Maybe they have to carry around hot pots or something. They're a little thick. I couldn't even stuff a pigeon in those. That's exactly what I was thinking. They're probably just, motorcycle stuff. Why is there so much cop stuff here? Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna dip from here really quick, because I don't think we need anything else in this room. I don't think. Okay, maybe now maybe now we check the stage. Now we check crime scene. Nope. Okay, we missed something. Understood. That piano looks much bigger close up. Maki played so beautifully. Yeah, like a real pianist. That's just silly, Apollo. How could you call someone as good as Maki a pianist? It's like throwing him in the same class as Dad. Good thing Mr. Wright didn't hear that one. I mean, that's true. He's not really a pianist, is he? Look at all these electronic devices. I'm guessing they have something to do with sound. I guess we can fiddle. Let's see here. Don't touch that. Healthy curiosity is the key to a good investigation. When in doubt, fiddle. That's what Dad always said. Require parental testing, clearly. I feel like Phoenix Wright being a parent is probably one of the scariest things that could have happened, but it is kind of funny. Alright, big stage. Whole other scale than the Wonder Bar. Lights are so bright I couldn't see the whole first part of this concert. I'll do my act on a stage like this someday. Just hold back on the lights for my eyes' sake, please. You'll be too blinded by my magic to worry about lights. Probably don't want to blind the audience if you plan on showing the magic. I mean, technically, it would be a good way of hiding what happens. Okay, that means I missed something in one of the two rooms. Okay, let's see. I'll double check the Miroir's dressing room. Damn, did I miss anything? Got that. Got that. Got that. Ah, the vent among us. What's wrong, Apollo? Your mouth is catching flies. Nothing. It's nothing. Maybe that's how the killer escaped. That's what you were thinking, right? Yeah, when we arrived on the scene, the killer had already fled. He or she must have had a way out. And that air vent is one possibility. But it's much too small. No, not the killer about your size, Trucy. I didn't do it. I was cutting up the dance floor at the time, thank you. I know. Of course I didn't think you did it. I tell these sometimes, Apollo. What have I done? Okay, so I guess that's what it is. I needed to see all the escape routes. Anything else we need? I feel like I need to scan over everything in every single scene now. Revolver. Alright, let me look at the revolver again. 45 caliber revolver, very deadly. You know, Apollo, I was wondering, what's a caliber? What does 45 mean? Huh? Yeah, you want me to tell you? The size of the barrel. Simply put, the larger the caliber, the bigger the round. The bullet, in other words. Bigger bullets do more damage. Wow, Chalk pointed up for forensic science. You know it. I like her a lot still. It's not 45 inches, right? That'd be too big. What's the unit of measurement they use, Miss Science? Well... Hush. Kids shouldn't ask so many questions. Well, I mean, it's millimeters, but, I mean... It's millimeters, so I mean, why did you have to be so defensive about it? I believe it's diameter, not radius. Yeah, it's right. I believe it's diameter. I'll make sure, though. I'll double check myself. I believe it's diameter, but I'm gonna make sure I remember. What does caliber mean in bullets? 45 caliber is 0.45 inches, and a 9mm bullet is 9 millimeters wide. Yep, so 45 caliber is 0.45 inches in diameter. Yeah, I was correct on the diameter thing. That's funny. You know what I just realized? I know why I know that stuff so well. It's because I studied weapon stuff when I guess I have to explain. When I was like from like ages 10 to 17, I had like an obsession with weapons, like, you know, weapon ballistics, weapon physics. And it was kind of like, if I want, like, video games were my passion. Like, I wanted to go make video games, but my hobby was studying weaponry, like warfare and weapons and stuff. Like, I actually did a fair bit of studying like military history, like, you know, like that sort of stuff, and also being really annoyed at the movie 300. And it's funny because I just remember having such a fascination with weapons, and it's something that's actually made fight scenes very interesting for me, because I know how weapons work, that you have to know the truth of something before you can start twisting, like, you know, start stretching it, you know? So it's like when you make a fantasy fight scene, you have to consider, okay, what is being supplemented with reality? And I try to keep it to like weapons and stuff is, you know, rooted in reality. I know one thing I actually remember discussing with somebody was how martial arts would change if you add like flight or something. Like Dragon Ball's martial arts, it's like, oh, the reason they're kind of weird is because, yeah, when you can fly and you have 3-dimensional space, your martial arts tend to get a little weird. Which I think makes logical sense. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I studied a lot of weaponry, so I knew a lot of stuff about. I actually studied, I remember Civil War era weapons. I did a class project, or like a project on in like the 7th grade, which involved me spray painting a Nerf football to look like one of those big plunger grenades. You actually had to throw them like a football too. They were huge. Can't even imagine trying to throw one of those nowadays. Okay, well alright, we'll have to check everything in the Gaviner's dressing room too. Okay, let's see. Speaker looks familiar. Yeah, like the one for the PA system back in school. Oh, we have one of those in my classroom. But she's still in junior high. I feel old. Poor guy. I love this guitar. That guitar! That's the legendary AA400, the Red Badger. That rock was supposed to be rebellious, not civic. Every aspiring guitarist wants one of these. They even paint their own guitars to look like it. Ah, the fickleness of youth. You should dye your hair badger red too. I like my hair the way it is, thank you very much. Stubbornness of age. I see. Genie, have I ever mentioned about Jasper Masculine before? I think you have once or twice. I don't think I remember him super well, but I do not remember. Please decorate like high school dance, though I think our decorations were paper, not chains. The Gaviners are into chains, it's part of their image. Oh, no kidding. Ever since they used chains on the cover art for Gonna Lock You Up. They're really into the whole police thing, aren't they? It'd be cooler if they turn that red light on. I have to turn on the red light. Okay, I'm gonna allow myself my one use of my F-bomb today. Motherfucker. You can't just slap a police reference in my face like that. I know that band. The moment I heard it, it was like hearing a pun for me. It's like, dude, that's the. Oh my god! It hit me in the brain. The police thing. If they turn the red light on, they don't have to turn on the red light. Oh my god! It's like it's. I would write this kind of pun. Oh my god! It just like. it smashed me in the forehead. Oh my god. I love this reference though. I absolutely adore the police, but like, oh my god, it's like, oh, now I understand how people feel when they groan at puns. It's like my brain caught the reference and it's just like, oh god, dude. it's like the long con, you know? It's like, oh, we're setting up. Here's the joke, and then here's the payoff for it, and just, oh my god, I love this one. I love this. I want to make clear, I absolutely adore this joke, but like this reference too. But like, brother, you can't like whiff punish me with the level 3 reference. And for those who don't get it, go listen to the Police. They're one of the best bands that have been around. They're very good. And the song Roxanne is a hit. That's some good stuff there. That's some good stuff right there. All right, poster. What's a police recruitment poster doing here? Rock on with the police. Maybe they're trying to trick kids into thinking the police are some kind of band. That's just silly. Who'd name a band the Police? This whole thing... Is this whole thing... Wait, does that mean Clavier is basically just supposed to be a stand-in for Sting? It's hurting my brain right now to realize how much of this is... It's now hurting my brain to think about how much of this place is Oh my god, I realize what these boots are. It's referencing his... Because he was in Dune. He was in the original Dune movie. His freaking shoes, I remember them now. I remember that. Oh my god, it's getting to me. My brain just realized how many different references are in this room. God damn it. Ah! Okay. Well, because he kind of got me fascinated with the D&D illusionist. So that's cool. I need to look at Jespero Askelin some more. Sorry, I'm like... My brain just like... dropped like... It's like it dropped like a stone in my skull. Because now I recognize all of the goddamn references. Oh my god. No worries. It just smashed. It just like hit me. I realized what they were doing and it got me. Guilty as charged. Seems kind of negative to me. Well, why don't we do the opposite? Magician Trucy presents the innocent as charged tour. Kind of loses impact, doesn't it? Vending machine. I'm thirsty, Apollo. Want something to drink? How about this one? Steel Samurai Soda. Now in real steel flavor. Huh. Huh? Here, my treat. Hey, this isn't enough change. Machines outside are cheaper. This one is highway robbery. Ah. They're charging more in the backstage. Jasper's aka the War Magician, the Magician of World War II. Yes. I see. It's like... I remember the... I actually took a class that was... It was, military... It was U.S. military history. And I remember the thing that was most curious to me was the common trend was that the weapons would move up a generation, but the tactics would remain behind one until the war was like right up to like the last little bit of a war was when the tactics were what we understand as like, this is the tactics of the war, because the technology would make jumps and then we'd have to catch up to them. I guess to loop things back to the conversation we had at the beginning of stream, to like earlier in the stream about AI and technology, is that I think the problem is we're currently in the phase of technology made a leap and humanity has to catch up. But nevertheless, humanity has to catch up. If the people aren't involved, it doesn't matter. Hello, Blue Badger. That's the Blue Badger, the police mascot. Does the Blue Badger have something to do with the band? Well, yeah. Blue Badger is the Gaviner's mascot, too. Oh, go figure. Hear those things fly off the shelves. I'll take a closer look at one someday. You're telling me that this band actually is just like trying to be a recruitment for the police? That's kind of cool. Okay, okay, I've literally checked everything. What do you want from me, game? What else do we desire? What is left? Wait, the ladder. Ladder. Look, a ladder. I guess they need one or two for the lights and such. Why don't they use a step ladder? I prefer step ladders, really. That's so wrong? Not wrong, just, well, why do you prefer step ladders? They're so much more flexible than plain old ladders. I prefer my ladders rigid and stable, thank you. Okay, have I investigated everything up and down? Lemiroir. Emma, I've investigated everything. What do we want? What do you want from me? I swear I'm gonna lose my mind looking through this place. Anything else in here? Caliber. Checked that already. Checked everything, right? Court record. Can I check this? A sort of pin fastener for attaching things to clothes. It's not safe to pin type, though. My dad and I watched a documentary thing about Jasper. My dad's commenting about it because of his own military background. Although Jasper moved the city to protect against air raids. It's like, it must have been a cool documentary to watch, especially like just getting to watch it with your dad. That just sounds awesome. I think the fascination started because I remember always wanting like wooden swords and like fantasy weapons and stuff. I actually have, it's still in the house. I have like this like it's kind of goofy looking fantasy sword. You know, if I had a mind for it though, I would make it like, because it used to be a two-handed sword when I was like, you know, 6 or 7. But now I'm thinking about it, it would be kind of cool if I remade it so I could use it again. Like make like a polypropylene, you know, like a hard plastic version. That'd be kind of cool. You know, just like remake it, but make it bigger so I could carry it around. But I feel like documentaries are where people get their fascinations with history. Is it a danger pin? So you stuck it in your eye, then yeah, sure. You do that with the safety pin too, for that matter. Thanks for taking the fun out of my danger pin. While you're driving a danger pin through my heart here. Meow. I guess we could just check the evidence over. I check. Middle of the weapon is a revolving chamber. That's where you load all the bullets. A revolver, see? Revolver. It sounds a bit like Wonder Bar. Cold steel, I think, makes training weapons if I recall correctly. Yes. I know I have. I will confess, in high school I got an embarrassing number of. I say embarrassing, but I guess it's just like feels weird that I have a whole stack of like those black plastic swords that are probably propylene stuff. They're under my bed actually. I guess it's similar to my mom, where it's like we keep a thing for like hitting intruders. Move the city. Jasper used lanterns. I need to watch this. I need to watch this up at some point again. I need to watch this again. I need to watch some of this stuff, man. Let's see. Rockets the Lady's Modesty, Jasper, Masculine. Yeah, I need to watch all this. Yeah, I have a bunch of those black plastic swords. They're pretty good. They're heavy. Especially if you say it really fast, I guess. You know what I always used to think? I used to think the closest sound to Wonder Bar was one liver. There's so many words in the world, Apollo. Isn't it amazing? So many different words and so many different people. People like Trucy. Actually, I'm more concerned with the fact there's no bullets in this thing, even though it should have only 4. So why is it empty? Why is the gun empty? Huh. Well, at least I get to read that. That's cool. Speak to no one outside the investigation. Tar Serenade. Okay, well, the evidence itself didn't have any answers. Maybe I can present some evidence we found? So this is the murder weapon. This revolver is incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd. What's odd? Uh-oh, nothing. Hey, no fair. Tell us. It's just something about this revolver seems strange. I'm gonna guess it's the ammo. Please tell me it's the ammo. What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big and heavy. That's right. It's a 45 caliber. That makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. You're telling me it's better than the 44 Magnum. I love that. I love that reference. Even the police don't carry guns as big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much power to kill at such close range. It's overkill. Not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy just to be sure it's spicy. Of course, I can only ever eat 1 or 2 bites. And that's not a problem. There's another thing about a gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain, yeah. Say if you were to fire this revolver, the recoil would probably dislocate your shoulder. Maybe I'm mistaken, but Emma, I feel like if you're trained in firing a firearm, it wouldn't really be that bad. Like, if you actually know how to fire a gun, it shouldn't be that bad. Like, if you were firing the 500, maybe, but I don't know. I don't think a 45 would dislocate in double firing. Well, that's kind of what I'm wondering, is like if you were firing, like if you held it in one hand and you weren't prepared for the recoil, yeah, I would see that, like it would go flying backwards. But I feel like if you're firing a 45 caliber gun, you're gonna hold it two-handed and you're going to be like properly braced, right? At least if you're trained to fire it. Like, it's like, that's the thing, it's like if you fire fast enough, yeah. Ouch, it's like the shooter's a victim too. Yeah, the killer uses revolver and quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting. Yeah, that's what I mean. Used to shooting a high caliber weapon? Well, that's about it. I think we've looked at just about everything there is. Guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It's hard to know when to stop. Anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but could you wait here until I get back? We have to wait here with the corpse. She left. What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait. Great, now how am I supposed to investigate? Oh, well, I guess it can't be helped. Let's go. Huh? Go? Time's a wasting, Apollo. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Well, that's true, but... on second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine. But I've already investigated everything. What do you mean? I investigated everything. Oh, come on. Don't re-trigger everything. We already checked everything. Okay, so... yeah, it seems kind of like we're... why do we have the ability to reinvestigate everything? With a game, reminds me of a YouTube channel has a segment called Darwin Awards. He does it for gun safety. Oh, the Darwin Awards. I've oh, you know what? I didn't see it, but I remember there was a kid in high school who told me about it. Because he told me about all the different Darwin Awards because he read a book on it. Because he actually read the book that was the Darwin Awards. And I thought that... I remember he talked about it a lot. He was really interested in it. Okay, let's see. Backstage hallway. Who are you? We didn't just imagine that, did we? He was wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. But it sure looks suspicious. What? What the hell was that? What? Why was there a dude? Why was there a random magician? We leave the dressing room for 5 seconds and there's a random magician? Why? Magician jump scare. Why? In the wings. Oh, hi. What is it with today? Problem after problem. Act done. You ain't kidding. It's two leading members of the Governors. Visit the channel just in case you want to check it out. I do think the Darwin Awards are kind of funny. I think gun safety is one that I get very worried about because I know that gun safety is one that if you're really bad about it, you could really hurt someone. But I do find it intriguing. Let's see. Ah. I didn't know he did that. That's funny. I didn't know that channel did that. Clever vocals, Darian on guitar. So cool. I have a hard time thinking of Clavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly. Oh, what are they arguing about? Probably the case, I'd bet. The hog won't start, my guitar case is busted. My guitar's been burnt to a crisp, and to top it all off, someone's dead. Then there was that performance just now. What was that all about? Hey man, don't blame me. You're the one who missed the cue. Me, miss a cue? How could I conceivably get the most important part of that song wrong? How? What was all that tinny playing of yours? You calling tinny? Sounds like they're having a spat. One of those differences in musical direction bands are always splitting up over. This is hardly the time. Yeah? What are you two doing here? Hi. It's just like, we were just discussing the investigation if you don't mind. Sorry. Wait. You were what? Listen. You need to confirm that with the Republic of Borginia, Detective Crescend? Right. Anything else? What do you just call him? Detective? Ah, greetings. This hair is so stupid. I love it. Darian Crescend, Criminal Affairs Division 3. Hi. Criminal Affairs? Follow. You really don't know anything about the Governors, do you? Something tells me that's about to be remedied. I need to ask, are all the Governors just police members? Believe you, Paul. How come you keep coming to this country and not know about the Gaviners? Not surprising. Why, even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists. The Gaviners aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to the police somehow. The police. The real police. By day they pack heat, but by night they heat up the stage. By day those lips interrogate, by night they sing songs of unrequited passion. What the heck are you talking about, Jersey? Okay, they debuted 7 years ago with 13 years hard time for love. Then came love with no chance of parole, and my boyfriend is the prosecution's witness. The list of hits goes on and on. This here's my right-hand man, Darian Crescent. I make the melodies and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, really. And this guy's a bit of a perfectionist. Can I just say, the fact that he has a torpedo for a head is actually kind of impressive. Why is he wearing a onesie, though? Wait, so he's wearing a shark onesie and he has a torpedo head. He's a Pokemon trainer. When a performance goes the least bit wrong, he goes into this funk. Just like today. Just like, look at him. I'd hope murder would be a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert. The concert today, a disaster. I'll get to the bottom of this and then we'll see who missed a cue. Missed cue. They were arguing about that before. Great, I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. Let's talk about the case. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? Murder, what else? Oh, that. For me, today has been a hit parade of crimes, you see. Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Actually, what I'm seeing, what's curious about this is that it seems like both the case with Wakigataki and this one, it's like they can't just have a singular crime. It's like, okay, let's have 3 or 4 interlocking crimes that all get answered with the same things. Hog on the guitar case. Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Mr. Latus than I do. For now, at least. You're the one who found the body, yeah? While we were in the middle of a performance, no less. Aren't you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll leave that to Fraulein Detective. Wouldn't want to step on her toes. They're not exactly best buddies, are they? I'm on Prosecutor Gavin, I mean. What to do next? We've already checked out the scene. Prosecutor Gavin may be right. We might be the most informed for once. Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on things we found. Now, let's talk about the miscue. What's this miscue you keep talking about? Ah, you heard it, didn't you? From the audience? Actually, I didn't notice anything. See, no amateur is going to pick up on that. Can you guarantee an entire audience of amateurs? No. Take a listen to this. What is this? A mixing board. We use it to record our concert tonight. Are we supposed to investigate a murder? Let's see, we've come this far, might as well go all the way. Boy, I was wanting to learn about the recording industry. This is but one of the devices used in record. My throat. Hang on, I need some water. Okay. Yeah. Sound like a goddamn Pokemon. Oh, man. I think the only downside of playing these games is that I talk too much because I have to read everything. We're a 5-part band. This lets us record each member's performance separately. Use the sliders to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out. Oh, neat. So could you say here only the drum part? Of course. That's how we'll find the criminal guilty of missing his cue tonight. More concerned with the other criminal, the one who kills people. You want help on the case? Then help me with mine. Guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting. Let's begin. First, we bring up the part of the performance in question. Simply choose the section of the song you wish to hear on the uppermost part. Like so. There it is. Now listen. Was something wrong? Yeah, I heard it that time. Couldn't hear it. Listen again closely. Yeah, I hear it now. Now I hear it. Oh, the timing's a little off, isn't it? You see? There, right at the most important part. Even an amateur can hear it. An amateur of the mixing board, maybe. Missing the point. Never stamp out crime until we're perfect. Here he goes again. Right. Amateur. If you will prove my point. Me? You'll find the miscue. Will tell us which instrument, which part, is the guilty of our party. And I'll just explain it. Move the sliders with Ellen up to just the volume. Then, when you find the part that hopelessly bungles the cue, find the untrained amateur ears. Then do a try, Apollo. Okay. I mean, this looks kind of fun. First, a quick review. Okay, adjust the parts volume. Jump to another section of the volume with L and R. Okay. So we want that section. I'm gonna turn off everything. I think it's this. I think it's that second part. Yeah, it's two. This part is off, which is that. Oh, second guitar. Ah. Was you, Darian? Oh, looks like the cat's out of the bag. Oh, well, that's all you have to say? That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Darian. There they go again. It was a bad idea to ask about the concert. It's starting to feel like we're just wasting time. All experience under our belts. That can't be bad. Interesting. So I can't get over the title for that song. Guilty Love. Okay, well, we helped him with his thing, so maybe we can present him evidence and then get some help. Sorry, but I'm not in the mood to talk about that right now. Even though I can only take so much in one day. I saw Prosecutor Gavin is one of the cool stoic types. Sword never complains how wrong I was. Well, I guess I can present the mixing board. Okay, never mind. Can I talk to him about anything? The case. Oh, let's ask the case. About the crime. Okay, well... Okay, so we tried to ask about the crime, but now he's not very happy about this stuff. Okay. So... It's the same as last time. I can't present him anything, frankly. Kind of funny. I don't think I've ever seen in-game music do something like that, though. Oh, you know what? Let's see this. I was wondering if you knew anything about this. That... Does it look familiar? Familiar? It's mine. It's my keyring. You're looking all over for it. What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin? I knew it. Apollo, how could you make that I knew it face? This is the keyring that was... Yeah, I know. Thanks, anyway. So, where did you find it? Actually, the victim was holding it. Like he was trying to keep it from the killer. Even if it meant his life. What? He's like, what? The victim? You mean Mr. Latouche had my keys? Indeed. When will my trials be over? Speaking of trials, I've never heard Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has been today. Emma was right about the fop, I'll give her that. Apollo, Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today. Really don't think that's... Tell us. And we'll keep mum about the keyring for now. Are you blackmailing me, Fraulein? Okay, he's not gonna talk about anything. Talk Gavin's troubles. Okay, we can talk to him about it. You're saying something about your motorcycle not starting. And something about your guitar case being busted. You're well informed. You mentioned it a few times. It all happened this morning. It's all this keyring's fault. This keyring. It's got all my keys on it, yeah? My bike key, my car key, and the key to my guitar case. Wait, so this keyring... It disappeared. I thought I'd put it in my jacket pocket. So I had to come to the concert by taxi, how embarrassing. What? And in order to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock. Like, this guitar wasn't the one that... The very one, up in flames. And right on stage, too. Aw. I just thought that was part of the show. Crazy. And to top it off, Mr. Latouche's life was taken. Nobody told me about days like these. Strange days indeed, you think? What's wrong, Trucy? I was just trying to make sense of everything. First, this heart-shaped keyring gets stolen. Then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage, and Mr. Latouche dies. Yes, and? Could it all really be just a coincidence? Coincidence? Meaning... Darian, can you make any sense of all this? Hey, don't look at me. What do you think, Apollo? I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned. You aren't thinking what I think you're thinking. Are you, Fraulein? I am. What? What's it? Wait, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here. Name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. Leave us in the dark. What are you talking about? Haven't you noticed a connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today? Well... You know, now something was bugging me too. The keyring, and the guitar, and the body. Put on there, Polly. Look a wee bit dizzy. He's bluffing. He hasn't figured it out. Is his hair moving on its own accord? Fess up if you're a man and you're as clueless as I am. Look at his hair! Why does it do that? No, give Air 4 a chance. Let's see your evidence of the connection. Shall we? Evidence? I don't think it's something pronto. Come on, let's see it. What's the connection between all Mr. Gavin's troubles?
Take that!
The connection is this, right? I would say you were close, but really, bouncy hair. Oops, try not to anger the Trucy, Apollo. No sudden motions. Just find that evidence slowly. It's a connection. Kind of think it is the Miroir. Okay. So I don't think they would have let me say I have the evidence.
Take that!
Oh god. Wait, can I actually
Take that!
This, isn't it? A lyric sheet. A guitar serenade. What's that got to do with anything? It has everything to do with everything. But I wouldn't have believed it if the Fraulein hadn't pointed it out. What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles. Well, he actually does look like he looks like Josuke. Maybe it is a coincidence. Perhaps it means something, don't you think? I do. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics to the song. Huh? Wait, what? Are you telling me that this lady, like, are you telling me that the lyrics predicted, what, he wrote the lyrics. So he wrote the lyrics and he somehow predicted everything? Or that, like, this happened on accident? How does that even happen? I am genuinely confused. What do you mean by that? I am so lost. I'm lost, man. Oh, brother and a half. What the heck do you mean? Okay. What? No way. Song's prediction. Look, just think about everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. Let's list them in the order that they occurred. While reading the lyric sheet. First, the keyring was stolen. Not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring. It's right here. Stole away the keys my heart held onto so tight. Yep, this is a heart-holding keys. His guitar burst into flames. Burning on in my heart, fire burned my love away. Then Mr. Otus was killed. Like a bullet of love, fire take my life away. But that's crazy. Yeah, no kidding. So everything that happened today, here, this song predicted it all? Or perhaps it was the other way around. Huh? The criminal could have based their crime on the lyrics. Who would go through all that trouble? Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubt. I believe you stumbled upon something quite vital, and quite annoying, Fraulein. That's adorable. I need to stay here for a minute. That's adorable. Ah, my neck. Need to stretch again. Ah, jeez. Ah, neck and shoulders are really not liking me today. Ah, there we go. Jeez. Probably good I stretch a little bit more in the ad break anyway. Ah, jeez. Okay. We're good. She looks pleased. The lyrics predicting the crime, Clavier, seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me. I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, and the murder. The keyring might have been dropped by accident. But the victim was holding it. Hard to think it was unconnected. It's true. Prosecutor Gavin's as calm and collected as ever. Okay. So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics. That sounds likely. Why would anyone do that? While we think about that, I'm going to get cracking on the biggest crime here. I'll talk to the Borginian embassy about this, Mr. Latouche. Alright, thanks, Darian. Leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here. I don't like that his hair bounces like that. Why does it rise itself? Foreign national, Mr. Latouche was killed. Seems like that would have to be the point of all this. But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery. Mr. Gavin sure is irritable today. Maybe this is the real Prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in the courtroom. Had enough, frankly. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them to yourselves, yeah? Yeah. Guess this is all we're gonna get from Prosecutor Gavin. Leads from Miroir to question. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where Miroir is right now? I had her go to my dressing room. That pianist, Maki Tabaya, of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. Latouche's sudden passing. Alright. Let's go talk to... Wait, how are we gonna talk to her if she talks in wingdings? How is this gonna start? What the... Who's there? Why does this magician keep popping in? Ah, Trucy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. He's a friend of yours. No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. Very curious, sir. Okay. Don't know how to feel about that. Okay, where the heck is... Oh, Miroir. What has happened? Oh, where the Mr. Latouche has died. Wait, you can speak English? Miroir, you speak? I mean, you speak English? Ah, yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Borginia, but I'm not Borginian by birth. Wasn't Mr. Latouche your interpreter? Ah, that, yes, well... It was Mr. Latouche's idea. He thought it would add to the mystery, you see. Then your pianist is also... No, Maki Tabaya is Borginian. He does not speak English. Now, please tell me. What has happened to Mr. Latouche? Why did he... Actually, Mr. Latouche was... Trucy. Huh? Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said, not a word. But Mr. Latouche is Miroir's manager. It's not fair to her. Isn't she a related party? Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I'd suspect. All we've been told is to wait here in this room. It's very unsettling. Sorry, we're trying to figure it out ourselves. Do you think I could ask you some questions? Of course, I'm always willing to help. Just calm as she looked on stage. Can't put my finger on why, but I like to sing the Miroir. Hadouken crouch bug. What is it, Maki? What, but you'd be alone. What seems to be the problem? Maki, he is not good around strangers. We should go out for a breath of fresh air. Would that be alright? Sure, of course. That's probably gonna be a bad decision. What is it you wish to ask me about? Oh, she gets her own music, too? Yeah, she's pretty. She's really pretty, man. I really hope she's not involved in the crime at all, but like, man. Let's go up, we'll just go up the list. Mr. Latouche is my new manager. New, yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. Met Mr. Latouche at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. And as it turned out, my interpreter, even though you speak English. Yes, but we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan scheduled after this one. But I fear that may have to be cancelled now. Was Mr. Latouche from the Republic of Borginia too? Well, he was only with me for 3 months. I'm afraid there is much I do not know about him. And now I shall never know. No one will ever even tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to anyone. Mr. Latouche was a talented man, the siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. Happy for him that it had become so well known. That's what Machi. European, it's Machi, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. He's very European. I met him while singing in the restaurants in Borginia. He's an orphan. Yeah, this playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. Like a fairy tale, almost. Okay, so... Notice he hardly leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Borginia before we met. Made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I are together at Lemiroir. Together always. Okay. Republic of Borginia, that's in Northern Europe, right? So, like, is Borginia just supposed to be Russia? Or, like, Sweden? I've never even heard of it. Started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. You don't say. You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant. Producers tend to look for talent, Trucy. Lemiroir, you're not from Borginia originally? Were you born here? Well... Oh, is this supposed to be a secret? Image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Ah yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say. Also not on to speak anything but Borginian in public. Image is important, I guess. It's not all image, though. Songs are lovely. You're a landscape painter and sound. Painter and what? Yeah, it's the whole thing with turning landscapes, like, sights into sound. You're very perceptive. Oh, I use your songs all the time in my stage act. I don't have to pay royalties for that, do I? Oh, while you're ahead, Jersey. This landscape painter and sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard. They even call you the siren of the ballad, right? Yes, in Borginian, Lemiroir means the siren. Okay. I fear that perhaps I'm not the siren I once was. Siren, that's what he meant. Huh? Apollo? You are the siren, right, Lemiroir? That's the meaning of my name in Borginian, yes. The name my producer gave me, but why do you ask? It's very important. I had to know for sure if the siren was you. What do you mean, important? I'll tell you. You deserve to know. Siren. It turns out that's a very important word in this case. Oh god, here we go. When we found Mr. Latouche, he was still alive. I heard him say something. His last words... Mr. Latouche, can you hear me? Ask the witness. Mr. Latouche, tell me, who was the witness? The witness is Siren. He said Siren, really. I was the only one there to hear it. But I'm sure that's what he said. Mr. Latouche said that. Ask the witness. You're the siren. Did you see what happened? Lemiroir? I'd ask, are you with the police? Well, no. I'm a defense attorney. An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes? Is that a problem? Does an attorney not work for a client? You have no client. You should leave the investigation to the police, I think. But Lemiroir, I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. Would you lack the authority to ask them? Why? She witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us? Believe we are through here. Please so. Okay. Well, I really hope that Machi doesn't get into any trouble while we're away for 5 seconds. Please, anything here? No. Okay, let's go check the stage then. Huh. Nothing? I guess we're done talking. Can I present anything? That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you? My brooch, yes. Well, it may be mine. Yours? I was wearing your brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lemiroir's. Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it. So this brooch belongs to her. Begs the question. Is something wrong, Apollo? What was this brooch doing at the crime scene? Okay. Can I present anything else, or... Can I take a look at this, Lemiroir? Not sure what to say. Wish I could help you. Okay. Can I just present random stuff and hope that I find something? Deployed boy. Let me. Oh, we can have the boy for the rest of stream. I'm kind of hoping that we can at least get to the where we have our who we're defending before too long. Okay, we can't get anything. Deploy boy the boy detective. The small one will detect. See the words written upon the postcard. They say a landscape painter and sound. So we did that again. There's that again. That's nice. So we should get some extra information about that. Red light. Okay. Present gun. Nothing. Okay. There's quite literally nothing else here. We might as well just dip. There. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Wonder why I had to do that one for that. Whoa, who's there now? Ah, it's you. Where were you? Emma. Something wrong? Looks grumpier than usual. You bet something's wrong. The impossible's happened. Well, your fault, you know. Oops, maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene. What do you mean by impossible? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. What's gone? The body, stupid. What else? Mr. O'Toose's body has disappeared. Wait, so... We leave the crime scene, and in this whole time, we kept crisscrossing the hallways and... Prosecutor Gavin, from your vacant stare, I gather you've heard the news. Heard Mr. O'Toose's body had gone missing. Look for yourself. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle. How can you just stand there? We have to start the There's no need for alarm, Fraulein Detective. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest we go find ourselves a cadaver. There will be plenty of time to ponder the whys later. You seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin. Oh, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this. How can Mr. O'Toose's body just disappear? You heard the man. Let's get searching. Yeah, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but... Yes, Darian? See, Geeter's gone missing. It was in the dressing room. Geeter? Who's Geeter? That's what I call my guitar. You know, you like, man? Guitar. Was stolen. Hasn't been a good day for guitars or Geeters. Okay, body first, then guitar. And if somebody finds a guitar, please bring it to our dressing room. Geeter's like a missing person, not lost and found, man. Brother and a half? How much? What is with everything going missing? Sure, what do you call it? A sausage? Hey, there's a pickle. It's your pickle. I told you to stay in the room. Sorry. Not much else I can say. It's alright. Top priority now is finding that body. You can make it up to me later. 10 bags or so of chocolate snackies should do the trick nicely. To watch your sugar intake, Emma. Okay. So... No, we don't know where he dragged it? Okay, question. Maybe a secondary question. If... Okay, if it wasn't... Okay, where... What in the goddamn... something seemed different to you, Apollo? Yeah, why are the lights red? Let's check it out. Question, why are the lights red? Also, what is going on up here? What is going on up there? That stage there must have been lowered before. Why is it going on up there? Besides the fox disappearing. I mean, I have a button for it. I can just go, meow. I can do that. I do have the means to do so. Don't see a way to control it from here. Apollo, what about that ladder there against the wall? We use that to take a look up top. Maybe we should get Emma. What are you talking about? We have to see this sort of thing for ourselves. I'm not so good with heights. Stop whining and start climbing. Okay, what's up there? Didn't look that high from below, really, but when we got to the top, I felt every one of those 15 feet down. Of course, I wasn't thinking about the height anymore. Not after what we found up there. We found two things we were looking for, one thing we never expected to find. The body, guitar in hand, and the pianist, Maki Tabaye. Okay, I have a question. Why? Why? Who? Why? What are these criminals doing, man? They brought they brought boy up there and threw him up there? The hell kind of stuff is happening? Wow, that concert last night sure went south in a hurry. No kidding. Why did they arrest Maki? Why? Don't look at me like it's my fault. Maki Tabaye, the blind pianist. Arrested on suspicion of murder, remain They are wait, so they arrested the 15 they okay, you know what? I'm using this term scientifically. They arrested the femboy who could clearly not fire a 45 caliber pistol. And they found him it looked like he was unconscious on top of that platform. Can't believe such a cute little boy could do something so horrible. I don't think he did. I guess they had proof of some kind. Proof could possibly prove that. Morning. What the? Prosecutor Gavin? What a night, eh? Apologize for being so upset. Mr. Gavin, do you know what's going on? Why did they arrest Maki? Don't look at him like it's his fault either. It was tough for me, too. We performed together that night, after all. Yet. The powers that be say that, given the circumstances, it could only have been him. What do you mean, by the circumstances? Lemuroir was invited from Genie as an ambassador of goodwill. It is vital this case be wrapped up swiftly. That's all the powers that be want, really. Well, those are circumstances, alright. But what makes Maki the only possible suspect? Their forehead. You seem to have forgotten that you're talking to the prosecution. The enemy. Right. I think I like the side of Prosecutor Gavin better, actually. Not at liberty to discuss the particulars of the case. Especially not to the defense attorney. What? Did you just say? Me, the defense attorney. That's what I came to tell you. He's down at the detention center. He wants to request your services. Maki? Maki wants me? That's what we've been waiting for. Let's go. Good luck. I'm off to question Lemuroir. Okay, let's talk to Maki really quick, and then... Oh, wait, he speaks Borginian. Well, I just don't get it. I refuse to believe a cute little kid like that could do something so terrible. Said that already. Maki, everything's going to be okay. Here for you. Hi, maybe you could tell me about last night? Oh, crap. Huh? Oh god, we can't understand Borginian. That's when I realized how tough it must be. A little kid like this, in a country so far from everything he's ever known. Maybe Lemuroir can help, but didn't Prosecutor Gavin say she was with him? I'll have to question Lemuroir. Well, what are we gonna do? That's, a good question. Can't think of anything we can do but go with this. Hope for the best at the trial tomorrow. Yeah, this kid basically has no way to talk. He can't speak, can't do anything. And he's now currently stuck. Oh my god, that sucks for him. Alright, we're gonna save, and then I think we're gonna quit here, because that's a good spot to stop. Okay, to the main menu. Okay, so now we have a blind kid who can't speak English. I think the fact that it's a blind kid who can't speak English, and he's stuck like this. That's gonna be rough. This could be a tough case to crack, I think. Alrighty. Honestly, I think today went much better than last time. I think last time we played, it was the friction of that section was kind of rough. I do think also the game regularly taking time to kind of rehash mechanics that they've already made clear. I think it's good that we're moving out of that beginner phase. I think when the game is self-possessed in just delivering a great story, it's fine. But I think when they get too in the weeds with their mechanical explanations, I think that's when it gets weighed down. I think the original trilogy didn't have as much to explain, so it was okay to let it go. Some of it also, I think, is that they have to stop and explain every mechanic of every piece of the crime scene. Stuff like caliber or like the rifling, and there's a bunch of things they have to explain, which is fair. They do have to explain these sorts of things just to make sure everybody's up to speed. But it can slow down the pacing at times in ways that maybe could be left to, if you need to know a whole ton more, like maybe shortening it a little might have helped, but I think it's fine. I think it's pretty good. It is tough to get that sort of information in without it stopping the storytelling. So this is the sort of stuff that in serial media, stuff like, I'm thinking like procedurals for crime shows on TV, they don't need to stop and explain the forensics of everything every time. They just explain the information that's pertinent to the case. So it is a little different though with Ace Attorney, because Ace Attorney is probably more for a teenager audience anyway. So it is likely that they're not going to know this sort of stuff off rip. So I think it's fine. I think I can kind of let it go. It is hard sometimes though when I know what they're going for and I'm trying to go for it. But I thought the case went very well. All right, so thank you all for coming by. Thank you to everyone who came by. Couldn't stay to the end. So Sunday we're gonna start. I guess we call it a mini series. We're gonna start Thief. So look forward to that. It's gonna be cool. And this and Fuga 2 are still going to continue. And I know next week we are going to move some things around because next week is Thanksgiving. So, yay, Thief. Yes, we're going to do Thief on Sunday. This game is going to move to Tuesday of next week, so the 25th. And Fuga is going to be on the Wednesday as usual. And that should be the only major changes we need to make schedule-wise for the week, but we'll see. Alrighty. I think I'm going to call it for tonight, so thank you all, and goodbye for now, and thank you so much. I'll see you soon.